Hi, everyone. We are so excited to have you here with us this evening for our epic level 20 D&D adventure GM'd by Pluto. We are so excited that you have joined us this evening. My name is Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I am going to be playing Kalar, whose pronouns are also they, them, theirs. And I am going to popcorn it over to Chris to introduce themselves.
That's me. Hi, I'm Chris. I use she, they pronouns. I don't know any of the other things you said, if I'm being honest, but I'm around. I'm on the internet. You can find me on Blue Sky, Tiny Poison. I'm around. So that's it. That's all I got. And I'm playing Nana, a geriatric College of Lore bard. I'll popcorn it to Miguel.
Oh, hey, howdy, that's me. Off the bat, I would die for Nana. Just throwing that out there. Hi, everyone, I'm Miguel. I use they, he pronouns, and I will be playing Whisper, a elf rogue mastermind. And I will toss it over to, Logan. Little text.
Any little text. Hi, my name is Logan, also known as Logan the GM. That's where you can find me most places anyway on the internet. I use he, him pronouns. I will be playing Anvar Oras. He's a big centaur man who also uses he, him pronouns. He will be running around wild and crazy and throwing hammers. And I guess I will popcorn it over to Pluto.
Everyone, I'm Pluto. Pronouns are she, they. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Pluto Cleric. I'll be playing everybody else. So, yeah. So if you guys are ready, I think we can just dive right in, unless you had anything else, Jess. Okay, perfect. So, our story takes place in Eberron on the island of Aranel, where the elves and the Undying live. It's been 25 years since our adventuring party here has retired. While most of them have remained unchanged, except for one particular character, they've all been enjoying their retirement in their different ways. Before we bounce around to see who we visit first before the festival that they've been invited to, why doesn't everyone roll initiative for me, just so we can see the order here of these scenes?
That's a good first roll. No pressure, right?
Yeah, no pressure. Just, do you want to see who gets to go first?
I already rolled a 5, so don't worry about it.
Rolled a 16.
Oh, I guess with initiative, it's technically 11.
16, 11, okay.
17.
14.
Dang.
Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna go Anvar, and then wow, it's literally in the order that I had your characters written down. That's perfect for me.
That works.
Okay, so we cut over. We'll say off, like across the sea, across the ocean, on the continent of Solardo, on the coast. There is a very large wine vineyard. If you would go up the road toward it, the vines are as big as trees and grapes just massive, the size of barrels hanging from these stems. And we see in the field a relatively young centaur just kind of going through the vineyard and grabbing grapes off the stems for processing. Why don't you go ahead and describe your character for us, Logan?
Yeah, Anvar Oras is a centaur who was raised by a storm giant, mistakenly purchased as a normal horse to pull wine around. The giant thankfully was aware that, hey, that's not a horse, it's got a people part up there, not a horse part. Something's wrong here. So instead of putting him into, work, he raised him as a son. Anvar has dark skin like me. He's black looking like me. Because, African features, instead of typical, stallion body, he got a full zebra body. Full on black and white stripes going down. Very muscular, just absolutely ripped. He does wear a set of plate armor. Well, probably not right now. He's not fighting right now, but he could rock it really easily. But he does have like a giant championship belt around him, a just massive like rune inscribed belt that was a gift from his father. For mechanics' sake, it is a storm giant belt. that gives me my big muscles and makes me super strong. And yeah, he's kind of wandering the fields, just getting these grapes. Like you said, they're the size of like normal wine barrels, but he's just like boop, grab one easily, put it in the cart, boop, just pull it off.
Yeah,
no problem.
if you ever seen like the any of the strongman games, that one event where they set the giant, massive balls they have to lift up and put on the that's what it looks like you're carrying off of these.
Yeah, but I'm just like doubling and just walking like this is no problem. No big deal.
Love that. Just Anvar and his massive balls. Got it. So
yeah,
you're out,
absolutely.
As you're out in the field for a while, you're just kind of going through. You see other people kind of just tending to like the vines themselves. There's no other giants out here or anyone else of your strength level to actually be harvesting anything without, risking serious bodily harm. There's been quite a few workers that have been crushed by grapes, but we won't say anything about that.
Listen, workplace hazards, that happens.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes the grapes aren't the only things getting juiced here. But you are about halfway through the day when you hear your dad's voice kind of just like bellow across the vineyard. Anvar, you're needed up front.
He hears his father's voice, rears up his front legs and goes, onward! And he just like charges through. He's excited to see his father. He loves his dad. His dad is the best.
You reach the end of the vineyard, like where there's just literally a massive like mansion that your dad can literally walk through the front door is how big it is. And out front, just kind of overseeing the vineyard in a truly giant wooden rocking chair is your dad just sitting there with a cane next to him.
Hey, Dad.
So going, son, how's the harvest?
It's great. Doing fantastic.
We received a message. That festival that you were told about is in a few hours. You should probably start making your journey south to meet up with your friends.
Yeah, that's today. Okay.
Yeah, that's today. You know how the elves are. They're very big on ceremony. I don't think they're going to appreciate you coming straight from the vineyard, so you should probably clean up a tad.
I mean, I do smell like a draft horse. Okay, fair. I guess I'll go clean up. I don't know where he would go to clean up exactly because I haven't logisticked his living situation.
Yeah, I feel like there's a house like your size next to the giant one just to make things easier for you. Because trying to open that door would probably be a problem. You're pretty strong, but making an athletic check just to get in your house would be a lot every time.
I have advantage on athletics checks. Yeah, I guess he would go to the equivalent of his home, probably built for him by his father. So it's a little bit, things probably aren't as delicate as they could be because big old giant hands. And jump in the equivalent of a centaur tub, clean up himself as best he is capable of, and you know what? I think I say goodbye to my dad and I probably head out.
Yeah. You come back outside fully dressed, I'm assuming in like your armor and some fancy clothes and all that kind of stuff.
My armor is probably so I'm a rune knight, so I put magic within my armor and my weapons. Like it is to a way like the fanciest dress I could own.
Sounds good. But yeah, you come outside and your father gets out of his rocking chair and just kind of like gets to a knee. It doesn't make a difference, honestly. You're still like mid shin on him. He just reaches down and pats you on the back. If it wasn't for your belt, you would be on the ground. But you're able to just kind of handle it. You be safe and come back soon. We got lots more work to do, and you can show me your fancy. Are they giving you a medal? Right? They're giving you a medal, right?
I think they're giving me a medal. I think it's a medal. Something. We did something there a couple years ago. I don't remember. Time's weird.
When you get back, you can use your fancy magic to make it bigger, and we can hang it on the front of the manor so everyone can see when they visit.
Just starts flexing. Yeah!
That's my boy. And he flexes back. It's just like the sound of like boulders grinding as he flexes.
Oh man, this was going to start Anvar off. He wants to start flexing with his dad. Oh no, he better get going.
No, you guys take like 5-10 minutes to just have a flex fest before you go. But yeah, as you head off, we zoom into the capital of Arenal. into one of the local taverns. Normal people. It's like a couple hours for the festival. People's been pouring into the city for days. This festival is supposed to be in honor of your party, but also in honor of finally returning the artifact of Bahamut that you guys rescued in your final mission, and to cleanse it and send it back up to the celestial plane. So people have been partying for days non-stop leading up to this festival. And as we cut to the bar, probably about 4 or 5 muds of LN. Jess, why don't you describe your character for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say the bar is probably 5 feet tall, and I'm just a wee little thing just under 4 feet tall. You'll see Kalar probably getting into, like, not necessarily a drinking fight, but kind of egging people on to continue drinking with them and take shots. Kalar is a little unhinged fairy. I forgot to mention it earlier, but they are a druid paladin. They're specifically a forest fire fairy. So their skin is a deep dark red. They have the cutest little light red freckles on their face and piercing fire red eyes. They have a green gemstone right in their forehead, and some wooden antlers that kind of protrude out of their skull. They wear a green tiara, and all over their body, not harmful flames unless they want them to be, but you see little flames kind of flickering about, and they have greenish red fairy wings as well. And like I mentioned, they're just egging anyone on who will take them up on their offer that Kalar can outdrink anyone.
Anyone who comes into the bar would see this little 4-foot fairy with maybe like 4 or 5 elves just passed out on the ground near the bar, near them, with muds laid around. And as the bartender comes over to bring you your next one, you're familiar with this bartender. They're also about the same height as you. They're the only other person at your eye level in this bar. They are a young dwarf woman, long red hair, really buff, with just like typical bar garb on. And just like a short beard going across their face. Kalar, you're gonna run me out to business. You can't keep drinking everyone that comes in under the table. I need to keep the tab going.
But I'm encouraging business. What do you mean?
You're making them drink the strongest thing I have on tap. They can only handle 1 mug of it. They're foreigners. They're not used to this.
Okay, I'll switch to something lighter next time.
Please, I would appreciate it.
All right. It is kind of fun every once in a while seeing them down there, though, right?
Yes, it's definitely fun to see them off their high horses for once.
And you'll see Kalar, like, cross their arms and be like, yeah, that's right. I did that.
And as you lean back, someone walks behind you and just shoulder checks you. And you look up, and it's an 8-foot tall, like, older Goliath gentleman.
My flames get a little hot.
So, the little one thinks she knows how to handle the drink, do you?
I'm gonna look up, fly to eye level, and say, yeah, they do know how.
Well, line them up then, and put some money where your mouth is.
I'm gonna look back to my friend at the bar and say, we're not going light on this one.
She's just like, aye. And she gets the special tap. There's like 1 tap at the bar that is slightly blowing, which is the strongest thing she has on tap. And she just fills up 2 muds and hands them to the 2 of you. Just try to keep it a little more contained this time, please. I got a lot of business to worry about. And she just heads off to serve some of the other customers.
I'm gonna do the I'm looking at you look and say, she's talking to you, you know.
You say so. You'll be what, 2 of those in and you're done, I'm sure? If you can get that far. And he just takes his and just downs it instantly.
Same.
Give me a con save. You're a few in.
17.
Okay, not too bad. Yeah, it just slides right down, no issue. You guys go at it for a while. You get maybe like 7 or 8 muds in. I'm gonna make a con save for him. Yeah, so like maybe after like the 6th or 7th mud, you see he's starting to wobble pretty intensely. And as he gets halfway through his next one, as I have rolled a nat 1, he goes to drink it and lean back, and he just doesn't stop and just falls back. And there's just a loud smack as he hits the tavern floor.
I'm gonna stand over him, look down, and say, "Not so tough, tall guy."
It's not fair. There's 3 of you. And just passes out on the tavern floor.
I'll get a bucket and a mop, and I'm not gonna clean it up right now because I'm sure most of it is on himself. But I'm gonna put that
most of it's on
by
himself,
him.
for sure. Awesome. And as you clean up, and everyone around you is definitely enjoying the scene and laughing and pointing at this giant Goliath losing into a drinking contest to a short fairy person. You hear the bells from the center of the town where the royal estate is, which you would know is the festival is going to be starting soon, like the next hour.
I would kind of make a sign off to the barkeep, and I mean, probably at this point I'd be stumbling a little bit, but
you're definitely feeling it a little bit.
Yeah. I just won't fly.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine by the time the ceremony comes up, as long as you don't stop anywhere else in the way. But with that, we will cut deep into the city, deep underground, in a very shady looking hideout. As Whisper, why don't you go ahead and describe yourself?
Excuse me? Oh, yeah. So, it's me. Whisper is a wood elf, whatever passes for that in Eberron, with this sort of like silvery grayish hair with like a slight curl to it, kind of probably goes down about yay here on one side and then is cut very short on the other. They're just going around their establishment right now, the Laughing Demon, a performance hall, topping off a drink here or there, making sure people are all right. Wearing this sort of like just long foot length, floor length, whatever, jacket over some like a vest and some, like nice little pant as well. Eventually he just kind of gets bored of this, hands a pitcher off to someone and checks the performance that's happening at the time and just kind of shakes their head, makes their way up to their office, which is where like a balcony would normally be in a place like this. And I believe their valet and bodyguard, a warforged named Raddington Steele, is waiting there at the door, opening it up, and say that. So the act, this, when did you stand up? So he's just gonna keep talking and making these observations?
I think so. I think that's what passes as comedy nowadays. I'm not really sure. I mean, the crowd's drunk enough that they're entertained, at least.
Yes. Curses are loosening. That is the point, I suppose. If the people enjoy it, I suppose, why not? Maybe my tastes are just a little antiquated.
Maybe a little bit, sir. But as he opens the door for you and you head into the office, there's actually a person seated in front of your desk, one of your informants by the name of Tweet. Tweet is looks about like 20 years old. He's a halfling, but he is part of the Undying in Aranau. So there's the obvious signs of like decay and undead that you can see under his cloak. He has his cloak up so he can move around the city, but as he turns to look at you, you see like the missing eye socket and like the grayish tinge to his skin. Sir.
See, Tweet. Oh, how are you? Do you bring word of news?
I have the movements of who's in the city as you requested. All of the big wigs that are coming into town for your festival. And he hands over a large stack of papers to you.
Is that today?
That is today. I believe it is in a hour or so from now.
Whisper starts looking through the papers of who's there, chuckling at one, kind of like giving like a little knowing grin at another. Flips the page. That cad. And just hands them off to Raddington. Like, put a pin on.
Raddington just opens like his chest chamber and stuff. There's like a little filing cabinet in his chest, and he just puts the pamphlet in and closes it back up.
Yeah, 100%. I kind of kneel down in front of where Tweed is sitting and pull like a handkerchief from like a sleevey area right here, a little dab of water, and try to pull Tweed's cloak to just sort of like clean and little gentle touch. Say thank you. You know how much I appreciate the work you do. And there's a little tap on the chick. Now get on out of here so I can change.
As you command. And he just kind of stands up and ambles off out of the room very slowly as Raddington closes the door behind him.
It's like, I'm just going to go, one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's a good addition to have. It's nice to have work that people that work for you that aren't going to go anywhere for obvious reasons.
Yeah. It's longevity. One of our core values.
For sure. Any interesting marks you saw in his report that we should be aware of when we make our way there?
I'm sure you'll let me know.
Today,
my mind is not on business. It is on old friends and closing a chapter in our lives that has been long left open, perhaps longer than it should. And we can finally put this Bahamut business to rest.
Has it been 25 years already?
Indeed. Since the day we opened the doors here.
That was like the blink of an eye. Is your one friend still alive? She's human, right?
Oh, right. I wonder what... She is. We know.
There's such fragile things. It's hard to remember. I'm sure she's okay.
She'll be fine. Just don't make that face when you see her.
What face? Raddington literally has one expression the whole time.
That one. I'll go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Raddington doesn't like necessarily have a mouth that moves. It just is like a line that lights up when he talks. As you say so, sir. Should I get your attire ready for the party?
No need. I want to do this one myself, but thank you.
Okay, I will be out front to accompany you when you're ready. And he just gives a little half bow and heads out front.
Whisper turns to their wardrobe, begins tossing things aside here, there, grabbing them back before like throwing a shirt and then grabbing it before it hits the ground. Like, no, on second thought, and dusts it out, throws it on. Has like this very specific tailored attire that doubles as their leather armor. And it's for the occasion. It's similar to what they were wearing before, but more in these sort of like reddish orange tones. The jacket sort of gives off the impression of like when you're looking at a sunset through a red-leaved tree in the autumn.
Love that.
As you do. Pops in a couple of daggers, the old longbow. I guess maybe just hands that to Raddington in a case. It's like, you never know.
Yeah, anything you hand to Raddington, he stores either inside or on his back.
And then, I didn't name my horse. I have a horse.
Yeah, as you get out front, your
one.
horse is already attached to a cart to take the two of you into the town center where the noble estate is. And as you get outside and start prepping your cart, you hear the bells as well. That signals that you're late under an hour till start of the festival.
And, right on time.
As you disembark, we cut to the edge of town where a lot of like the living quarters are for the common people in Aranel, as we cut into seems like a barbecue of sorts, like just a big party out in an open lawn. There's some adults milling about, conversing. There's a bunch of kids running around and sitting on the porch overlooking this. Chris, why don't you describe your character for us?
I'm at a family barbecue. This is even better.
Of course you are.
So Nana, formerly known as Lola, but nobody's called me that in years. I am kind of lounging on the front steps of the like front porch area, watching all these people. I'm not related to anybody, by the way. It should be noted. I just crashed this gathering. And I am like, have a cigarette in one hand, have my morning margarita in the other, and I'm wearing this like, it's definitely like Burning Man attire, which is just grossly inappropriate for everything that's happening. So it's like lots of like straps and fishnet and like colors that shouldn't exist, like assaultingly bright neon colors that a lot of people have never seen, custom made. And I think she also has like this short shock of like a little cotton ball of white curly hair. She's wearing these big spectacles that are like mirrored, so you can't see her eyes. You can only see like the reflection of what's going on around her. And I'm just sort of lounging there, like nodding at people as they walk by, like, how's it going? How you doing? How's your mother? You don't have to tell me that.
I think everyone knows to not converse with Nana once she's a few margaritas in. They're giving you a wide berth. But as you're kind of taking in the scene, one of your favorite grandchildren comes up. Say the older one. So why don't you go ahead and describe them for me? I know you had a couple specifically that you had.
Yeah. Okay, if one of my grandkids shows up, it's probably Matthew Francis. Call him Matty. Kind of a dumb jock. He's a good kid though. You know what I mean? Like his heart's in the right place. He just doesn't have a lot going on upstairs, but that's okay. We love him anyway. So it's probably Matty who comes up. Real handsome boy. Love him to death. Mm-hmm. Proud of him.
Yeah, Matty runs up to the porch and just like scoops you out of the chair and gives you a big hug. Maddie's like 6'6", like that classic like blonde hair, blue eyes look to him. Wearing whatever the fantasy equivalent of a Letterman jacket would be in this world. Very, very, very like football varsity team vibes. Grandma, how's it going? What are you doing out here? I've been looking for you. We're having our barbecue and like, you're at the wrong place. This isn't our family.
Oh, I mean, we're all kind of family under the, in the eyes of Elysia, we're all one big happy family. So, I just figured they wouldn't mind.
You got lost again, didn't you?
No, I know. Get out of here. And I'm going to, can I prestidigitation or actually I'm gonna vicious mockery him. I love him to death, but I'm gonna just tell him like,
okay,
yeah, I'm gonna vicious mockery my own grandson. I'm gonna just say something like,
what's the DC?
What do you mean lost? I know my way around this place, but since you were in diapers, I knew my way around this place. It's a DC 19 wisdom save.
19 wisdom save. I'm gonna assume that Maddie's wisdom's not that high, so we'll say this is a plus.
He's got other gifts.
I'll give him a +1. I'll be generous.
This poor child.
That's a 5. How much damage does that do to your grandson?
Listen, you know better than to mess with Nana in the morning. It's, I feel a little bad about this. That's 10 points of psychic damage.
He just like grabs his head and winces back. God, I hate when you do the
That'll
grandmother
teach you though,
voice.
Won't it? The more you just stop doing it. See, someday you're gonna learn, Maddie. But I'm gonna give him a pat on the back.
You see as he's rubbing his temples, his hands start to glow, and as he lays on hands himself to heal himself back up. Because of course, being a jock, he's a paladin.
Of course.
Let's get to the party. And he like holds out an arm to escort you. I think you have a few hours you can kill before you have to go get ready for your ceremony with your friends.
I mean, I am ready. Look at me.
Of course you are.
Picture of elegance.
Obviously, 100%.
Oh no, wait. And I'll reach into a pocket. And I getting up off the porch, I guess I'll pick up my like old like grandma purse. It's just like this enormous, ridiculous satchel. And there is this like equally geriatric, clinging to life, nearly toothless chihuahua in my bag, Mr. Teeth. And I'm gonna scoot him a little bit backwards off of my stuff. He's like half asleep. And I'm going to pull out my little cigarette holder that I brought just for this occasion. And I'm going to put my cigarette in it. Now I'm ready. Now we can go.
Mr. Teeth's still alive?
Yes. He just...
He like potes at the
Mr.
animal.
Mr. Teeth, wake up! And then he just like stirs a little.
He just like looks up at you and angrily yips and tucks his head back into the purse.
I love you so much. All right, let's go.
Okay. Forgot one thing as he's like leading you out. I also got you this, and he hands you a flask of your favorite alcohol.
This is why you're my favorite.
I know.
I almost feel bad about earlier, but
it's okay.
This means a lot to me, kid.
I know it does. But yeah, he escorts you a couple blocks over. You missed the shot by a little bit. As you see your family home, you see all of your kids on the porch, kind of watching over all the children. All your grandchildren and great-grandchildren out in the yard barbecuing, playing games, and just having fun. And as you approach, Maddie's like, I found her. She was at the Andersons again.
I was not lost. Just for the record, I was meeting our new neighbors.
They've been here for 3 years.
I was meeting them again.
Maddie just laughs and pats you on the back and heads into the party. All the little, like, under 10-year-old grandchildren all start to swarm you and just, like, crowd around you.
I love you so much. Get your sticky fingers off. God damn. I love you so much. Get the fuck off me. I love you. Get off me.
3-year-old has fully climbed up your back.
Oh my God. And just, like, my back's like crack, 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 as it's like the weight of this toddler is almost too much for my frail body.
That's a good point. Give me a strength save.
No! No, okay, well that's... Dang, that's... Okay, fine. That's a nat 20. What a waste of a nat 20.
That's in character, honestly.
That's fair, actually.
Grandma just weathers the storm as Nana just easily maneuvers these kids off of their body in a way without breaking any bones or messing yourself up in any sort. Even your outfit is still perfectly fine as you get the last of the kids off you and they run back around. Your eldest son, who's probably in their like mid 40s, approaches you. Mother, you okay?
I feel amazing. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're having fun. We missed you. Your ceremony's coming up soon. You know that, right? Your friends and everybody.
Yes, I do know that.
Yeah,
They are
being honored for being a famous adventurer for Arenal and returning a priceless artifact.
Yep.
We have a nice dress in there laid out for you if you would want it. You're just gonna look at your hippie garb.
Oh, you want me to wear that instead of this?
Yeah, the rest of us picked it out for you. You thought you should look fancy and stuff when you see your friends. It's been such a long time.
Hello. I'm gonna gesture to the little bow tie around Mr. Teeth's neck. Hello. We look fine. It's fine. It's fine. Go enjoy yourself. Have some barbecue.
Oh
I'm gonna just start shoving him away.
I feel like if I end up killing Mr. Teeth in this one shot, I'm gonna be completely canceled from everything.
Yeah,
ever.
you will be. You will be.
He just shakes his head. Just enjoy the cookout. I think there'll be some type of announcement when it's time for you to head in. Dress is there if you want it in your room. Just putting it out there. And he just pulls you in for a hug.
I'll give him a hug.
And he heads off to talk. You see him head off to talk to a couple of his brothers, and they all just like, they're obviously talking about you. They look back at you, and the one youngest brother's just laughing. The other one's just shaking their head like.
As they're like talking to each other, aggravated, I'm in the background like. I'm gonna head into town. Fuck this barbecue.
You just completely walk off with the
They're
barbecue.
fine. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever.
By the time they notice, the bells have already just started to ring. And you're about a few blocks. You pass the Andersons again as the bells ring to tell you to come into town.
Hey.
And with that, we'll cut over to the Summer Breeze Estate, the noble home of siblings Ty and Kai Summer Breeze. Both high elves, about young for elves, about like in their mid 300s. They've been rolling for about the last 25 years, because when you guys returned the artifact, they did choose a new monarchy, because the previous sibling kings and queen were killed when that artifact was stolen. Hence them throwing a ceremony in your honor. And as you guys all kind of congregate and are directed to a room in the chamber, we'll say first to arrive would have probably been Kalar, and then Whisper. So we'll cut to that scene. As Whisper, you walk into the room and you see your old fairy friend off in the corner.
Whisper! Hey!
I just turned to Raddington, actually telepathically, because I have that. Telepath. Here we go. And it's just, Kalar, as I live and breathe. How are you?
I am so well. And I'm gonna lift up a flask and say, I got some if you. And I'm gonna like gesture with the flask.
Just very, like enthusiastically grab it, drinking it. And again, as I do to Raddington, can you believe this bitch?
Raddington
and then
just chuckles over the lake and
hand it right back.
How the fuck are ya?
Splendid. Just spending time at my performance hall, the Laughing Demon. Maybe you've heard of it.
I've got a show or two. It's pretty good. It's making a name for yourself. I love it.
Oh, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Next time you're in, drinks are on me.
Okay. I'll hold you to it.
Have you seen any of the others arrive yet? Or is it just the two of us?
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody else. I also haven't been looking very hard.
Both give me perception checks.
My passive is 21. I don't think I'm gonna beat that.
Nana, give me a stealth check.
Okay, I lied. It's a 30.
A 30, okay. Jesus.
29.
I don't think I need to tell anybody this. That is a 12.
As you guys are talking about being there to show up, you hear a commotion from down the hall, and then there's this like rapid walking and then click, walking, click, like a walking stick. And as the door is opened, you see a very different version of the friend you remember as Nana enters the room.
I'm going to see her, look at Whisper, and say, oh my god. I forgot.
Is that?
Do we just pretend like...
I think that's... No, I don't. I think that's rude.
I am standing right here. It's so good to see you.
Nana, can I get you a light? And I'm just gonna produce a little flame.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. I'm so glad the gang is back together. Mr. Teeth, move out of my way. And I'm gonna get my cigarette, load up my holder.
You guys also remember Mr. Teeth. They were a puppy when you guys were adventuring together.
That is all I'm focused on. I think I wave somewhat. I wave at someone for drinks, and I'm just like, just squealing at Mr. Teeth. I think I say Mr. Teeth in every language I know, which is like 5. And I'm just like,
He's so old.
He looks up at you. He
So
has like
old.
3 teeth left. One eye is just completely shut. And he looks up at you with one just big round eye.
Yeah, I just look at Mr. Teeth. Where are they?
You remember Whisper? You
Where'd they go?
don't make that. Nope. Oh, he's peeing in my bag again. That's all right. That's okay. It happens. It
Oh.
happens to the best of us. It's so good to see you. How are you?
Wonderful. Reddington, do you a towel in there somewhere, maybe for the purse?
Oh, it's fine. I think I got yesterday's underwear in there. It'll soak it up.
If
As
I
one
may,
does.
I would like to druid craft a stick,
Mhm.
and just go, oh, do you want to play? Do you want to play? And I'm gonna
If
wiggle
I
my
pick
shoulders.
Mr. Teeth up and put him on the floor, he's just gonna like no bones, literally. He's just gonna slump to the ground.
Then I will take my stick and I will place it in the mouth.
Hey!
And, you know, if it stays, it stays. If it doesn't, you know, what's the harm?
I think he likes it. I think he's asleep again. Well, thank you. That's a very sweet. It's good to see you again.
Just-
I slip Reddington some gold and say, I need you to find a steak, yay big, for Mr. Teeth, and I also need you to find and pay someone to chew it up for Mr. Teeth so it's easier for him to eat.
Yes, sir.
I think I
Bless.
literally
Thank
am
you.
moved to tears by this. This is the most emotional I have felt all day, surrounded by my grandchildren.
Yeah, Reddington heads out. Comes back like 5 minutes later with a little tray of just what's looks like chewed up steak. It's looks very like shredded up, and just lays it in front of Mr. Teeth.
And just say, Mr. Steele, what would I do without you? And I adjust his little, I guess he has a little top
Not
hat.
much, sir. Not much.
Indeed.
You guys see Mr. Teeth kind of stand up, sniff the steak, and then just kind of face plant into it. You do see some of it disappearing as his face is just laying on the plate, but it's very slow going. And at this point, this is when Anvar walks into the room.
Friends, it is good to see you all again.
Hey! Look who's here. You got so big.
And you got smaller.
We're not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna like squeeze his cheeks.
Oh, yeah, those are indeed my cheeks. Yes.
Look I have to reach way up to do it.
Horse body, then man. Yeah. I want to say that I brought with me 2 large casks of wine from my father's, winery.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have brought the party. Let us all begin. And
Your
I'm
turn.
looking.
and far, and far, and far.
The adrenaline is pumping, and then he just goes, Anvar, 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 Anvar. And he doesn't care that you shouldn't really shout, chant your own name. It's just exciting. It's infectious.
I love that. Yeah, you guys have time for the party start. You can totally sample the Oros wine. I'm gonna need con saves for anyone who does though.
I mean, it's giant wine. You got to remember, this is
Anvar,
giant.
you don't have to make the save. You are used to this wine for obvious reasons.
Y'all already know that Kalar is drinking it. However, I'm going to say that I am pretty drunk already because I rolled a 5.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, I got it. Also.
Yeah, Kalar tries to cade stand one of the casks and it does not go very well. They just like stumble off after a few seconds and
You okay?
roll off to the side.
I have been drinking since
Yeah.
this morning, and that's fine. I will have some later. Yep.
Well, there's plenty of it.
Did anyone else partake in the wine?
Oh yes. I tap the little. There's like an amulet around my neck that has just like a little red cross on it, and I'll tap it
Mhm.
just to make sure it's on, and then I rolled a 19 on my con save.
Awesome. Yeah, you totally unfazes you.
Yeah.
Whisper, are you partaking?
I'm gonna have to decline. I'm driving tonight. My horse. No.
They drive
All right,
themselves. You just
I could take you
sit
home.
up there.
I can take you
I see.
home. I mean, I could help. I mean,
You will have to let me bend your ear about the wine later, and perhaps see about serving it at my establishment. I have customers that have very specific taste sometimes, and I just want to be prepared to serve anyone and everyone.
well, if you want, I do have a contract that we could set up to deliver wine That's a thing we can
No business today. No, this is a special. Let's go back to drinking. This is boring. Let's.
I'll have you over another day. We'll chat about it then.
As soon as Nana says, let's go back to drinking, I point at her and say, hey-o! Pluto, might I be able to use Goodberry or cure wounds to get rid of some of this drunk? So,
do you have
They're trying to
lesser
boot and rally.
restoration?
do I have what restoration?
Lesser restoration.
No.
Then you're gonna need some time to sober up a little bit.
All she needs is can we get some coffee over here? Hey, you. Yes, Gorgeous, come over here, Gorgeous. Can we get? I need a large coffee for my friend here.
Yeah, one of the servants in the house are passing by right as you. The ceremony hasn't even started. Oh, yeah, I can get coffee, I guess.
Have you ever had Giant's
Deadpan.
wine?
I can't say I have.
Try some.
I'm on duty. I will pass.
I insist. I insist. As a guest, I insist.
We saved the world. So
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, okay, fine. I have a +0 in that, so you know.
Can we
Amazing.
assist?
Yeah, you
I
guys.
would like-
Yeah, how
You
can
guys
I
can all
assist?
Yeah.
help.
Okay.
I'm trying to peer pressure this dude, just trying to do his job.
With the aid of my friends, I rolled a 14 and a 19.
It's 19. Let's see. He's like, I guess just a sip. I have
Just
a
a
lot of
little.
work to do.
Hey, there he is.
He takes a sip. What a 14 con save. It definitely, you definitely see him wince at how strong it is.
That'll put hair on your chest.
It's true. It does put hair
Yes.
on one's chest, and I like lift up parts of my armor to show off my hairy chest. Very true.
impressive.
Good to know. I bring that coffee, and he like burps a little bit. Excuse me. I'm gonna head out. He just like scurries away, embarrassed. Comes back like 10 minutes later with a giant pot of coffee on the tray and just lays it down and leaves very quickly without making eye contact.
To immediately put my hands around it and just put it up to my face. And just slowly sip and say, Anvar, it doesn't actually put hair on a chest, right?
Oh no, that's just a thing I say to get people to buy it. You know, the dwarfs love it.
Funny man.
This is all natural. I didn't use magic for that, so you know.
Looking good,
Listen.
bud.
Yeah.
While we're all together, I just want to say one thing. While it's just us, and this, whoever the drunk server is, just us and him, I just want to say something real intimate, like, I'm only going to say this one time. Y'all are real special. I'm very proud of you. Probably going to die. Probably not going to see you again. I'm going to die probably real soon, so this is probably it. So if you have anything you want to say to me, I'm open to that conversation. That's all I'm saying on this trip. I know I haven't always been, but I just want to say, you only live once. I did all my living. Here we are at the end. You're real special. I'm going to do inspiring speech.
You're inspiring speeches.
inspiring
I'm
leader.
gonna die. Can we? You can talk to me before.
Yeah,
that.
so you each get 25 temporary hit points.
Oh.
Dang, in this
God.
economy? That's a lot.
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to do this because as much as Anvar knows, you know, humans can live past 75. That's a thing.
Depends on
this
how
is-
you live.
This is well, that's true. You are, you know, drinking margaritas first thing in the morning. Listen, if that's
Not
your
bad.
go-to in the morning,
Then you know
Um,
how to live.
I mean, if I'm not drinking margaritas with a 75 loading, then I'm not living life right.
okay, you got a point. At that point, you got to take anything you can get. But
Yeah,
I
whatever
wanted to
it-
do a perception check to see how frail is Nana. How frail is this body? Is this an act? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Give me an insight check. If you are trying
Okay.
to appear older and more fragile than you can, Nana, you can roll a deception if you would like.
I mean, I don't like being sized up, so yeah, I'll lie about this. Why not?
Hmm.
I love
Okay.
lying.
Since it's an insight check, you see one of the runes on my armor lights up as I have always advantage on insight checks, thanks to my stone rune.
Yeah, for you.
Okay, rolled a 14. What's my bonus to that? Only 4, so 18.
I also rolled a 14, but I got a 25.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
she looks like she's going to die.
I
all
just
the,
look like
all the humans that you're around are like workers. Like they're in the prime of their lives. You've never seen anyone this old in a long time. She might be about to die for all you know.
Someone get Nana a nice blanket. Anything. Just get her comfortable.
oh, yeah, give me a blank, give me some end of life care over here. What's your name? What are you doing later? I'm about to go into hospice. You want to grant a dying woman's wish? You know what I mean?
The server
going on?
slowly backs out of the room and leaves and closes the door behind him.
Still clutching my coffee kind of up here. You'll see a couple tears swelling and then fall down my face. Nana, I'm gonna miss you when you're a bag of bones. I'll come and visit you. I
really
promise.
sweet. That's so sweet. I'm gonna start crying too. I'm also super drunk at this point. It's like 11 a.m. I've been drinking for hours.
Can somebody hold this? I want to give her a hug.
I'll take the mug.
Hasn't been
I
like
turn.
touched at all, basically.
It's so tiny in my big hands.
Still completely
Nice.
full. Still hot because Kalar was the one holding it, but yeah, it's not been touched.
I turn to Raddington and ask another little bit of gold. Ask him to track down the server that Nana just catcalled and say, with our apologies.
Yes, sir.
And then I turn to Nana. I say, since we're all being, whatever this is, and telling you things before you're potentially gone off into the wilds forever. You remember the
Let's-
time when we were adventuring, and then you said I'm the one that ate those cookies out of your pack, and then we argued about it for weeks, and it was a thing. And every time
Yeah.
something came up, there was other cookies in your pack. I have to let you know. I have to confess. It was Anvar.
What?
The tears are dry. They are sucked up in my eyes. My mouth is on the ground.
I do another insight because I don't think Anvar did it. I don't think he did. Do I know he's lying? Do I know
I mean,
that
you
that
would
they're
know.
lying?
Obviously, you didn't do something.
Okay.
I guess Nana could make an insight
Okay.
check to see if Whispers lied or not.
You know what? I'm too drunk to wonder about whether or not Whisper's lying to me. They're so successful. Why would they lie to me now?
Exactly.
Anvar.
Oh,
After I pinched
Sorry,
his
buddy.
cheeks and everything.
Anvar just
You know what? He was a kid. They all make mistakes. I forgive you, Anvar. I forgive you.
see? It all worked
Since
out.
I'm about to die and everything, I'll forgive you.
a fallout Anvar will remember this thing floats in the air.
Can we get this woman a
Anvar
chair?
disapproves.
She needs to sit down. Is there a doctor in the house?
Is there a young?
You guys hear a very, very slow, like screeching of a chair being dragged. Is Mr. Tooth is just slowly pushing a chair to you guys?
Oh, Mr. T. Oh,
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 Mr. T.
sweetheart, come here, baby. I scoop him up in my arms.
It's just like very soft yet, and he like just nuzzles into
Oh,
you.
I love you so much. I love you more than any person that's ever lived in my entire life.
You hug
If
him.
you
And
die,
there's
I'll just lay down in the grave with you, Mr. Teeth. I love you so much.
he just lets out a loud fart and falls back asleep.
My pride and joy.
What a sweetheart.
For the record, I am now actively working on sobering up.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you want the record to show?
Sounds good.
Thank you for the update.
But yeah, as you guys are reminiscing and such, there's an announcement goes over the estate from the court scribe. Ceremony is about to begin. If our heroes would make their way to the throne room, we will be beginning the festivities shortly.
That's us, kids.
Yeah.
maybe this is the margaritas talking. I don't know. Do you get just this weird feeling the way we used to get whenever things were just hunky-dory and then all of a sudden things exploded in our faces and became a whole ordeal?
I actually
Does
thought
this kind
that
of
today
feel like
was.
that?
I thought today was going really well. I mean, it's been what 25. What could go wrong?
You saying you're getting the granny tingle?
Yeah, I just, every time you've said that, Kalar, every time you've said that, something goes wrong.
So it's my fault. Wow.
No.
And I'm just gonna cross my
correlation
arms.
is not causation.
And I'm going
So-
to flap my little wings a little bit faster than the group.
I asked Raddington for my bow and quiver, for appearances. They came to see heroes after all. And just make sure both my daggers are where I left them.
Okay, here you go, sir. And he opens the other side of his chest and unfolds a case, and then unfolds the bow out of the case and just hands it over to you, and then puts the case back inside.
Thank you.
And he reaches in and grabs a polish and then just shines your armor up a little bit, your leather armor, and brush your cloak up. Pulls out a lint roller and starts lint rolling you down. There you go, sir. Very respectful.
Thank you very much.
Hearing Whisper say that, I'm assuming he didn't whisper that. I am full flaming homosexual, beaming, flexing my little teeny tiny muscles. Again, still flapping my
Love that for
wings.
you.
Anvar sees the flex and instinctively flex.
Just
Doesn't-
instinctively the pep dance or the peck dance where they just start moving.
The problem is I'm in full plate, so you can't even see it. It's almost
No.
it's
With
disappointing.
Anvar, you can see the plate armor shift.
Oh no! May I say, instead of the shifting, you hear ping 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 ping. ping, ping.
Yikes.
I love that so much. Yes, definitely.
Do we have to get you on stage?
I have many talents. That's just one of them.
But as you guys make your way out to the hall, you see the court scribe standing by the door, the hall open. You can see the people lined up on the sides, mostly elves and undead because you are an Aranel, but you also see some of the visiting dignitaries from Brayland and Solargo and Droam and all the different nations. And as you guys approach the door, we'll have you go in one at a time, and you can let me know what title you were going to be announced by as you enter the hall. I guess we'll go Mr. Oros, was it?
Horus, yes.
Oros.
Oh, I need a title. You told me to have a title. Now I don't know what to do except for. We'll just do something. Maybe just House Oros. Can I have it retroactively that my father is famous worldwide for his wine?
Yeah,
That's
we can
enough?
have it be about the wine, right? Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Okay. If you would get in position, Mr. Oris.
Yes. Stand in position. Also
And he
legs.
pulls out what looks like looks like a vuvuzela almost.
Okay.
As he just kind of trumpets it off and then twist it, and it turns into a loudspeaker kind of. Our heroes have arrived. First, coming from Solargo of House Oros and Oros Giant Wine, we have our lovely centaur Anvar Oros, and that is your lead into. Why don't you roll me a performance check, please?
Goodness gracious, I have no charisma. I have no charisma. I have no riz.
I'll let you roll it.
Wait a minute. Before Anvar goes out, I'm gonna be like, "You got this, kid," and I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration, so you get a
Okay.
D12.
Oh, I like
also, you can, if you're gonna rely on your muscular prowess for this performance, you can use your strength mod instead of your charisma mod for the performance roll.
that. Oh, okay. I like that. Okay. Question: does that mean I can use athletics?
No, you don't. Whatever you're proficient in. So if you're not proficient, you just add that. I think it's still a +9 with the Storm Giant belt, right?
Yeah. It's just if I could use athletics, it's +21, and I thought that'd be cool as hell. But
Nice.
so instead, it will just be thank you, Nana, for the 10 on that bardic die, plus the 8 that I rolled, plus the 9.
That is going to be 27. Yeah.
Yep.
So describe to us as how your entrance looks as you make your way through the throne room.
So Anvar makes his way in by doing a stomp with his feet, but like rhythmic stomps. Because I have 4, it's a little bit more like not just dun dun dun. It is like full well, maybe in triplets. Maybe he marches in triplets because he can. One of your one horse leg has to be on the ground at one point, right? And he walks in himself. He carries a large red hammer that glows bright like the sun when he throws it up, and he just like holds it over his head, and he goes, "I come here to bring you the greatest wine of my family and celebrate with all of you on this righteous day." And just come in, like, body is flexing under the armor. You can hear if not for the runes of the giants themselves, the armor would be flying off from his rippling pectorals. And as people celebrate, he just screams.
Yeah, so at the pectorals, you see a lot of the noble ladies around, like, just beat red, just like out of breath, can't cheer. When you mentioned the wine, the dwarf contingent in the corner all just loudly start cheering you on and start chanting your house name. Oris, 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 Oris. There's just like it's we will rock you stomp from the back where they're at as you're going up, almost in beat with your hooves as you prance up to the front, flexing as you do. We'll just stay off the initiative that we used earlier. So Jess, the scribe, turns to Kalar, and you, Miss Kalar, was it? What would you like to be announced as?
The Kalar.
The what?
The Kalar.
The Kalar. Understood. He pulls out the trumpet, does the note again, and turns on the mic. And next up in the party, the tiny but fierce, fiery fairy of the group, the Kalar.
And I will flutter in with my little wings. And this is some fuckery, actually, that I would like to do.
What would you like to do?
I would like to hold out my hand to produce a flame cantrip. Then I would like to control flame cantrip that to kind of explode into a non-hurtful explosion. And then after that, I would like to cantrip druidcraft a billion red flower petals from it. And I'm hoping that because this is
all
not...
of that, yeah, you can have advantage on your performance check with all of that.
Okay. Bum. Okay, so my first roll is a 9. Yikes. And my second roll is a 12?
Okay. So yeah, you do all this magic and everything, and then like the flower petals grow out, but then as you look down, everyone's just covered in ash. And they all just look up and deadpan at you. There's no reaction.
Sorry, I'm too hot, and I'm just gonna go and stand in a corner.
They just get a chuckle from like one guy in the back at that comment. As you see a couple of the court wizards start to go down the aisle and cast prestidigitation on the crowd.
I was impressed with it. I thought it was really cool.
Thanks. I think I'm still a little drunk. What are you gonna do?
The scribe turns to you, Whisper. And how would you like to be announced, sir?
Quick question: Are we coming in from like
you're
down
from
amongst...
the entrance hall into the throne room, so you guys are behind the door, out of sight from the crowd until you get announced.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure. Whisper of the Laughing Dragon, proprietor of the Laughing Dragon,
and your friend here. He points to Raddington. No introduction.
My valet. But I do turn to Raddington. I go, Raddington, arms up, giant. Expect
As
him
always,
to bring out whatever.
And you see he takes his bow tie and twists it around, and he goes invisible.
See, no introduction needed. I walk.
Okay.
As
you walk in, he announces you. And the next in the group, the cunning proprietor of the Laughing, was it Laughing Dragon?
Laughing Demon.
Laughing Demon. Whisper.
I walk in silently, arms folded behind my back. As a information broker, I believe there are a lot of people in the crowd who have sold me little secrets, have had little secrets about them sold to me. Some of them know, some of them don't know. Some of them owe me favors, some of them owe me money. I make eye contact with each one of them.
All of the
Briefly as I
nobles
walk
that you
in.
make eye contact with turn away from you, immediately recognizing you. You can give me performance or intimidation.
I will do intimidation, I think.
You love to see it.
Let's see. Oof, it's the same either way, but whatever. That is it going to be a 16?
Okay. Yeah. The crowd goes silent, but in a more like a very palpable tension as you walk by, and there's like you hear, ironically enough, whispers follow you as you make your way up to the front of the throne room.
I smile, but so slightly that no one can even tell.
And the scribe turns to you, Anna, and you, ma'am.
Move out of the way, kid. I'm gonna steal that horn from
Oh my
him.
god, yes.
And I'm going to do the same thing I saw him do, and I'll announce myself, and I'll say, you know her, you love her, you gotta come back with a warrant. It's Nana, and I'm gonna come like walking out with prestidigitation. I'm gonna create a little like neon sign above my head that's like Nana, like a little like banner
Oh
above
my
me, and I have my
God.
little. I'm proficient in horn. I flavored it as like an oversized kazoo, so I'm just like, oh god damn it! Oh god, I'm too old. Oh fuck this shit! I'm just gonna walk off towards my friends.
Give me performance with advantage.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's a nat 20 plus 17 for 37.
Yeah, there's just cheers and laughter at this whole spectacle. All the kids in the crowd love you so much. Just instantly connect that grandma vibes off of you and start laughing. You do see a lot of the nobles just with hand in face at the announcement, and the king. You see the siblings up front, just kind of laughing. They're used to your antics. They just laugh, and you see them conversing to each other as you make your way down. And as the four of you get to the end of the throne room, you see King Ty approach as his sister stays on her throne. Welcome, heroes. It's been a long time for some of you. Some of you stayed here in Arenal and have made your names in the city as well. We thank you for returning the priceless artifact of the Shard of Bahamut, and he gestures to the glass case. It's in like this like arcane circle for the ritual they're going to perform. It's like this little say like 6-inch glass shard that just kind of has like royal and platinum flames inside of it. We've done all we can to bless this artifact, and we would like the four of you to be the ones to send it off in your honor, and then we can party. Believe we had a large shipment delivered of Oris wine for the occasion.
Absolutely.
As he winks to you, Anvar. So let's get the boring stuff out of the way, everyone, and then party for the rest of the week. What do you say? And the crowd just cheers at their king's decree. He gestures the four of you. There's 4 points around the arcane circle to stand. If you guys would just take your place, and then me and my sister will start this off.
Yeah, I'll grab whatever one is nearest. I'll probably position myself between Whisper and Anvar.
Because you want to look directly into my eyes. I get
because
it.
I want to be right across from Kalar. We had this like emotional moment this morning, and I just want there to be like this moment. Yeah.
Where's Mr. Teeth?
In my I got this big old Mary Poppins
Perfect.
bag satchel. Mr.
Okay.
Teeth is with me forever.
I gotta make sure.
Yeah.
I'd like to position myself and then make sure that Raddington is right behind me.
You see, you telepathically know where he's at when he's invisible. He made sure to like give you like a radar ping every so often.
I do a little Charlie X.
But as you guys take your place circle, he's like, now if you four would link hands, I will begin chanting. And as this, you see Queen Kai also approach and just smile warmly at the four of you and bow their head. And she starts to chant in Sylvan. Just like bunch of different, it's not really like anything specific, it's more like broken, like ancient Sylvan, just like summon and power to cleanse an item type thing. And you see above the circle, like on the roof of the estate, a like almost sun roof open, like a glass like ceiling just recede, and the sun shines down on the crystal.
Would I be able to glean any of what she's saying?
Yeah, like the gist of it, if you speak Sylvan, the gist of it is that it's a lot of protection magic and words about return, and just make sure it's cleansed upon its journey, and then a lot of like thanks and blessings to the four of you as well. And as she conducts this ritual, the light shines down platinum on this shard, and you see the shard it phases through the glass and starts to rise. But as it gets to like the apex of the ceiling, I need all of you to make me Arcana checks, please.
Mm-hmm.
4.
23. Did you say 4?
Mm-hmm.
Just a 4.
Singular 4.
15.
Okay, so I think only Nana got above a 20, from what I heard. So the three of you are just kind of watching along. Nana, you feel a pulse of magic from the crowd as you see one of the Undying Court stand up, eyes completely black, and reach out a hand, and a beam of black energy hits the shard and it explodes. And as it explodes, a black beam of energy shoots up from the shard into the sky, and you see the sky fracture as these demonic drapes start to descend on the estate. And I think that's a good time for a break, Jess.
Sheesh. Okay, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for the second part of our level 20 journey. Miguel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wow. What a nice little surprise. We are celebrating? We are celebrating some amazing accomplishments by our group of adventurers, but I'm going to kick it over to Logan to start our recap.
Yes, to summarize all the greatness that has happened, I'll start with myself because I was there in the beginning. I recall that. We were introducing ourselves to the world, to you viewers, and to the story, and Anvar, a large centaur man with muscles that make all jealous in the best way possible, was leaving his childhood home with his father at a giant vineyard. And when I say giant vineyard, I mean that both in the literal, it is very large, and also it is a vineyard for giants. He was ready to go. His father sent him on his way to Aranel. Is that correct? Aranel? Did I say that right?
Aranel.
Oh, yes, I'm following. I'm remembering things. I'm usually not the guy that writes down the things.
I totally practiced how to pronounce it like 10 times before we got on. Okay, it's fine.
Okay. But he left from his home to Aranel, which is a hop, skip, and a jump away, to visit some old friends of his. 25 years ago, we all went on a journey together to recover a blessed artifact of Bahamut. You might have heard of him. And we... it's been a while. I want someone else to take over, because like I did a nice hey, here's me. Who wants to go after that?
I got drunk. It was so much fun. There was this big tall guy that came in and he said, "I'm better than you." And I said, "No, you're not." And then he ended up on the floor and I was standing over him. It was very A+. Ran into Whisper at the party. We got our drink on. Nana came and we were like, "Oh my God, she's so old. What the fuck?" And then she was like, "I'm about to die." So then I started crying. We got some coffee so I could sober up because I had some of that wine and oh my god, whew! I am about to be on the floor like that guy. Got announced into the ceremony. Singed the eyebrows off of some people. Yikes. And, popcorn.
We got in a big circle. I remember that happened. It was glowing arcane, I believe. A big shard of dragon butt was in there. Crystal. It was a crystal. It exploded because some mean mugging a-hole from the crowd dark magicked it, and now there's a giant tear in the sky with demonic drakes falling through, I believe. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't know that this is the presentation or the performance I would put on. I wouldn't book this act at my place, but you know, they made a choice here. I don't agree with it.
I don't know what's left.
I mean,
I've been drinking since 8 a.m. and Mr. Teeth relieved himself in my bag. I don't know why. That's all I remember.
Oh my god. So yeah, as the tear in the sky is created, and you just see that this purple and black masma of like energy from that tear as these demonic drakes start to descend. They are platinum skin drakes, as if you know like how Bahamut is, but you can see obvious lines of like black corruption through their body and like ichor dripping from their eyes and mouth as they descend onto the palace. Nana, the person who casts a spell from the Undead Council, as he casts the spell, you see his eyes unblaze and his body disintegrates as he cries out in pain and disappears. It just turns to ash on the spot.
Are we all right, it's out, everybody get the fuck out. It's
Everyone's already running. Everyone's already running.
Get people out.
You see the queen and run off with the crowd, and as soon as they clear the door, creates a barrier over the door itself. The king
so she's just sealing us in here. Like, this is my problem now.
Sealing the drakes from the citizens.
I'm gonna look at Nana,
okay,
and I'm going to say, maybe you were right.
Shit, I might die soon. Okay, all right, let's do this.
I notch an arrow, look at Anvar, and go, first one to 20 buys drinks.
Oh, yes. And he pulls out his hefty hammer. Let's do this. They're in the air. I can't fly.
And as you guys are saying that, in between you, turn invisible is Raddington. The difference is his arm is a full cannon now.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, should we?
Indeed.
The king looks at you guys. I think whatever's happening, you're going to need to go up there. So let me help out. And you see him just like raise a hand and like platforms start to form. So you guys can start making your way up into the sky towards the hole in the sky. I'll hold this. Work fast. So if everyone can please roll me initiative, we are going to handle this combat a little uniquely.
Hate this for us.
I love this.
I'm cool. I'm cool with
for
it.
the
You know.
area.
I rolled a 6.
Sounds about right.
13.
19.
Okay.
25.
You guys got him, right? I can just stay down here. Right, all right. Well,
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Then the
Yeah.
Whisper, then the baddies, and then Anvar, and then Kalar. Okay, so for this combat, we're not going to be taking actions, free actions, bonus actions. You're going to narratively tell me what you're doing as you ascend this thing, and then we'll burn resources when we get to the actual hole in the sky based on what you guys do. So, Nana, as you are the first one to just say, fuck it, and start working your way up the platforms, what does Nana do as they make their way up?
Okay. Are just to clarify, is it that there are platforms we're already on that are raising us up, or are we having to manually climb or
platforms
ascend?
that are like stairs, kind of like
Okay,
not like
okay.
full just stairs up, but they're like little platforms you can jump. That even Nana can make the jump from platform to platform up.
I don't know why you say even Nana like that.
I don't know, maybe
Disrespectful.
because as you land, your
Whippersnapper.
knees are
I don't know why you're
cracking.
talking like that. Yeah, I think Nana is. God, so tired.
Mood.
Nana is going to. Nana is kind of prepared for this and is used to buffing this team. So as we kind of launch into things, Nana. I know you said we're not burning resources yet, but Nana would start to cast a spell if possible and start to get people ready to do what her frail body cannot.
Yeah, so pretty much like as you're just going, you'll just like narratively like say what your spells are doing, that kind of stuff.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
And then at the end, I'll like be like, okay, you burn this many spell slots, you burn these features. We'll do that at the end, and we'll like also calculate some damage and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, on my way up, I would like to do two things. If I can, depending on how long it takes. The first thing I would do, is I would. Above table. Whisper's a rogue.
Yes.
I know that. Okay. I would know that. All right. I would turn to Whisper, and I'm going to cast Haste on Whisper. And I'm also going to cast, where is it? Sorry. Freedom of movement on Anvar.
Ooh. Yeah, that's
Haste is concentration, freedom of movement is not.
Yeah, you can mark those, but you just cast these two spells as you start running up. You're like,
oh, there's no running. There's no running, but I'll power walk. I'll do my like grandma power walk. I'm trying to keep Mr. Teeth still, and I'm just gonna pew over at Anvar and then pew over at Whisper.
My God, I love that.
Just sketchering up the stairs, basically.
You guys see Nana very leisurely making their way up toward all of this mess, and Whisper, you are up as you feel this course of energy through you. And we're gonna also have Raditon go on your turn and follow your movements as you go. So what would you like to do, Whisper, as you make your way out?
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I was reading my things.
No, you're good.
So along with fantastic outfit that I'm wearing, right? I have a cloak on as well, which is going to come in handy now, as it is a wings of flying. Mm-hmm. So I speak the command word, party time, and the cloak just unfolds and kind of turns into two big like bat-like wings on my back, and I just begin to ascend, bow in hand. I just try to pick off these things as best I can with my longbow, trying to just avoid them, avoid.
And as you're ascending, you hear a little burst of like gears turn in, and then like a burst of flame as Raditon's back unfolds and a little jetpack pops out, and he follows you into the air.
Fantastic. And I feel like I just fall back into my groove with this group. I believe as far as our MO goes, I was more the tactician, the hang back and call the shots. So I use my what is it called? Mastery of tactics to help with aid and others whenever I can. Giving a little telepathic nudge, like hit the knee. The left side's weak. All the while, anytime I'm hitting a shot off, I'm just kind of like looking away and like, good, just maybe overly confident in my abilities.
Yeah, as you're ascending, you and Raditon are just kind of like weaving through together, and there's just arrows and cannon shots. He shoots like little miniature cannonballs out of his cannon. There's just explosions and arrows ripping through draconic flesh as you guys ascend above Nana into the sky. Now, though, we are going to cut to the Drakes as they are swarming around. They're the couple that make it past the three of you ascendant, I should say, and just unleash flames into the cathedral or the estate. while the rest of them are just kind of making flyby attacks to try to harass those of you on the platforms. I'm going to need those in the estate, so Kalar and Anvar, to make me dexterity saving throws. With the rest of you, I will make an attack on.
Is it 12 for me?
7.
Okay. So, you said a 12 and a 7 for the two of you. Okay, you guys are going to take. Let's see.
Thanks, Nana, for the temporary hit points.
Listen,
Yep.
I love you so much. I'm so proud of you kids.
The two of you in the estate take 31 necrotic damage. Those of you in the air, I rolled a nat 1 on Whisper, because Whisper is weaving through everybody. I rolled an 11 on Raddington as the claws and teeth are just sliding off of his like metallic body. Nana, I'm so sorry. I rolled a nat 20 to hit Nana.
Silvery barbs.
Oh, yes.
So I'm gonna spend a first level spell slot as like
Make
whatever
your
one of them's
bullet.
like diving my way. I'm like nope, and I just crack, bend all the way over to just barely.
Oh, that was almost another nat 20, and it rolled at
would've
the
cried.
last second to a 6 on the
would've cried.
dice. So,
Oh my God.
like, you see this mouth coming at you at the last second, and you rinse up, and Mr. Tooth pops his head out and just barks, and the sound reverberates, and this dragon dives off.
I love you so much. Oh, I don't think I can stand up straight. Oh my god.
Oh, that would have been bad. That would have been a lot of damage dice incoming.
Yeah,
But yeah, mark off the
mm-mm.
silvery barbs. And who are you
Mm-mm.
giving it? Who are you giving the advantage to? I say you could either do it to yourself or Whisper or Raddington at the moment.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Yep, you pass advantage to someone. Yep.
I will give it to can I see Kalar still?
Where you guys are up in the air with the flames going into the estate, no. So it'd just be the
Okay.
three of you in the air at the moment.
Okay, then I'm gonna give it to myself then.
Okay, sounds good. Anvar, you are up, buddy, as you and your tiny friend just got bombarded with draconic fire. What would you like to
Yeah.
do?
First, to pull my shield off, and it's very hot fire, so it still hurt. But let's do this. And I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feature called Giant's Might that makes me size huge. Can I walk on these platforms while still being this very large?
Yes, you will see the king start to strain, but he's able to strengthen the spell and hold on to it as he's out of the blast range of that fire, did not lose concentration.
Yeah, so I pull on all the runes that I have embedded in my armor and my weapons, and you see this already larger size medium in the mechanics of the game man start getting bigger and bigger, literally in the 3 times the normal size you would see, and this giant centaur starts climbing up these platforms.
They're less platforms as steps now for you.
Okay. Yeah. It's like and I have 40 feet of movement, so
Yeah.
I'm just moving up. I'm running. I'm charging. Can I swing my hammer and hit one of them, or are they still like
Yeah, you can make it. You can just roll. I think you have 4 attacks at this level. So
yeah.
start making some attack rolls. Start counting out some drakes as you go up.
Okay. Let's do the first one. Oh, that's probably not going to do it. Only at a 19.
19 hits.
Okay. Just to make you feel one way or another, I rolled a 2. So that gets me a 19 still.
Awesome. Well, just tell me if you're rolling that one then.
Yeah. Let's do the damage on the first one.
No damage necessary for the rolls.
Oh.
Just gonna make your attacks.
Okay. So first one, 10 on that one. So that one would be a 27. 5, so that'd be 25. 7 plus 17, 23.
Yeah, with Anvar growing to this size and his hammer growing with him, it's just like literally massive. He's literally just baseball swinging and pulping Drates as he goes up. So you see 4 of them just quickly turn to just ichor as it drips from the sky, and it's just dripping off the hammer as he continues his ascent up.
Like
Killer.
old times.
Kalar, you are up, buddy. What are you gonna get up to?
You know, usually I love fire. I love a good controlled burn. It just really gets me to wake up in the morning to see the fires just put out a forest. But this is not a forest.
Yeah, as a person who loves fire, this is more like an oil fire. It's just very contained, but very hot and hard to put out. As you see these black flames spreading very quickly through the estate.
Okay, so it started. I mean, a drake would produce a magical fire, right? But then when it's on the surface, would it still be magical, or would it just be a regular fire?
Usually not, but these flames are like completely black, and they seem to be almost alive. It's like living flame as it like moves, and like you see like even animals approach out of it as it starts to spread through the estate. You see the queen is doing all she can from the back to try to contain it at the moment.
Okay, would you say that any of the drakes are standing on metal?
Yeah, there's probably a couple perched around the estate on some of like the metal railings around.
Okay, then I am going to heat that metal for a range of 60. The con save is 19, so if you could do like 18 or under, that would be very chef's kiss.
Yeah, they rolled a 5.
Excellent. They will take an amount of damage that is equal to, if it would just roll, 13.
So what you see is like as you cast it, it hits the metal railing, but the railing's connected all the way around. So you see these 4 drakes raise off and cry in pain as like the blades on their hind blades start to actually disintegrate off their body, and they're having to stay in the air, like kind of barely beating their wings.
And I'm gonna yell out to them as I start kind of flying up to meet my friends, and tell your fucking friends that there's more where that came from.
Just loud whimpers as you fly past them. Are you going up through the hole in the estate?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And that is my turn.
Okay, back up to Nana. You're about a third of the way up. It's going to take you guys 3 rounds to make it to the rift. That's what we're going to do here. So, what would you like to do, Nana?
Oh, I'm just power walking, trying to get my steps in, going as fast as I can. I can hear my hips creaking. I'm going to. Okay, so I'm like right behind Whisper, correct?
Yeah, Whisper and Raddington are flying about probably 20 feet above you at the moment.
Okay. I'm going to just try my best to keep up with them with what movement I have, which is just 30 feet. But are there still drakes yet above us, or have they mostly flown behind us at the estate? What are we trying to race
you remember
towards?
the scene from the first Avengers movie with the Chitauri?
No. I'm not
No, you're
Marvel.
fine.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get canceled.
Pretty
I don't
much-
do Marvel. Oh god, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
They're continuously pouring out of the sky. Like there's not a stoppage.
Okay. So it's not like a few we can kind of like sniper.
It's like a
pick
crowd
off.
of just black and platinum scales in the sky.
Got it. So
Which is why the king says you just need to go up there and stop this from happening.
Understood. Understand the assignment. Got it. All right, I'm gonna hustle up there. And how far? If at the end of this second round, how far am I from the rift?
You're pretty much making a third of the way up, regardless of movement. Like it'll just be like when the people with higher movement will just get the first action when you get to the rift before we cut to that next scene.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna double my action and movement. Then I'm just gonna use a dash action and start hustling.
Awesome. Yeah, you just start super grandma power walking up these platforms.
Yes.
Just like waving your walking stick. You bat a couple drakes along the way just to like poke them in the eye and make them tail off instead of doing any damage to them.
Yes. I will though, I guess, as I'm passing by Whisper and Raddington, I'm just gonna like, all right, kids, you gotta keep up, and I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration. That's a D12. Whenever you
Whisper, it is your turn. You are muted.
I'm muted though, so you can't hear me.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna continue my ascent with my wings. They do have a 60 feet of flying speed, which is fancy. I found out.
It's very fancy.
I want to focus my attention on any drakes that are not ahead of me but behind. I want to make sure Anvar's way is as clear as possible.
Okay.
While also using my bonus action to
your help
Yeah.
action. Then you get okay.
Yeah, which will give him advantage.
Yeah. You also see Radington take a couple shots. Okay. A couple hit. 2 of the 3 attacks he makes hit. And as you see his cannonballs kind of hit these drapes, one hits and then like bolos around and wraps around it and it drops to the ground. Another hits and then explodes in like sludge. Radington's like pretty much the equivalent of an arcane archer is what we're going with
Mega
here
Man.
with these cannonballs. He's Mega Man. Yeah, exactly.
Fighting robot, even.
Yeah, but if you want to make some attack rolls if you want to make an attack roll while you're going up, please do so.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's that's a 24 for hits.
Yeah, totally. You take a couple out of the arrows back. You take like 3 at once and just let them go, and just get 3 drakes and 3 eyes, and they drop from the sky. As we make it to them, as they're gonna do more flyby attacks at those of you in the air. And the ones closer to it are just gonna you see them light the estate itself on fire as all of you have cleared the estate. You don't see it it's like almost sitting on top of the estate, and you can feel the magic trying to hold back the flames as you guys ascend. But we're gonna make some attack rolls on all of you. So that's gonna be 23 on Nana, a nat 1 on Whisper. Again. A 22 on Radington.
My boy.
A dirty 20 on Kalar. And a 17 on Anvar. So I think the only 3 of you that got hit were Nana, Kalar, and Anvar. Whisper and Radington evaded.
Can I use my reaction?
Yes, what would you like to do?
Since it's not normal. Okay, I still only have 1 reaction, even though we're not doing normal combat. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Nana must be protected at all costs. I have an ability called Runic Shield. Basically, with Runic Shield, as a reaction, a creature I see within 60 feet gets hit with an attack. I can protect them. The attacker must reroll its attack roll and use the new roll.
Okay. The new roll was a 22.
Well, I tried.
They rolled
I'd
really
like to.
well. They only have a +5. I keep rolling high.
Wow.
So the 3 of you that were hit are going to take 18 points of necrotic damage as these claws just rake into your body as you're in your ascent.
Did you say I got hit?
Yeah, you got hit.
Didn't you roll a 19?
Oh, that's right. No, you weren't hit. Radington was hit. Sorry, I got confused. So Radington also takes 18. But yeah, the 3 of you, Radington, Kalar, and Nana, are slashed across the chest by these drapes, and you see the wound. Instead of blood coming out, ether is starting to leak out of your own bodies from where the wounds hit.
Gonna have to disinfect that.
And it is Anvar's turn.
You hurt my friends. You'll regret that. Starts running up. I'm gonna start doing attacks.
Yeah, make those attack rolls again. Just tell me as long as you're rolling that one. I don't need to know. Just tell me if you're rolling that one.
Okay, no nat ones. I got a 19, which just hurts. So 4 successful attacks. I did forget, being a centaur, I get a bonus action to use my hooves, and I just want to kick a drake in the face.
Do it. Kick a drake in the face.
That is technically doesn't have a +17 like my weapon because it's just my hooves, but it is a +15, so that's a 29 to hit.
Yeah, so all
He's
you
upright.
ascend, you still uppercut and Drake's out of the sky with your hammer, and one tries to like bite onto your back hook, and you just literally donkey kick it in the face and cave its face in as it descends down to the sky, out of the sky. As this Drake with its face caved in goes over top of your head, Kalar, as you are up.
Gonna clutch my chest a little bit, continue flapping, and say, okay, we can do this. We've never done this before, but this is fine. We can do this. It's usually fire. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. And I am going to cast Conjure Elemental, and I am conjuring a water elemental of the 5th CR. I direct linked them in the chat for you, Pluto. And I am just...
I appreciate it. I have my roll 20 up. So
like, hearts of thumping, like, please, can we do this right? Please, can we do this right? And when I see it start to, like, rise, I'm going to tell it to worry about putting out the flames, as opposed to worrying about the drakes.
You see a water elemental start to form below you, and it just goes into like a full blade spread as it descends, and as it just smacks into the manor, and you see the water starting to, its body starting to like spread around the manor, trying to put out as much of it as it can.
And that is all I'm doing. Just flying up and concentrating.
Hey, Nana, you are approaching the rift. What would you like to do before you approach and make your way in?
Oh, wait, I'm going through that thing?
You have to go through that thing. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'm offended. I will, if there's, okay, how far are Kalar and Anvar from me? I know Whisper's right up here.
My flight speed is 30, so I'm going as much as I
Anvar
can.
and Kalar are not super far behind you as you
Okay.
start to move, and then you're moving towards Whisper and Radington at the moment.
All right. You know what? I don't really. I'm just gonna go through it, I guess. I'm just gonna hold on to Mr. Teeth and put my little brass knuckles on and go through. Light my cigarette and go.
Okay, sounds good. You run through, and when you run through, I'm going to need you to roll me a d20 and a d100.
Okay, D20, 14.
Okay.
D100, I'm using the same color. 72.
Okay, 72. Okay. As you go through, what happens as you start to ascend, it looks like through like space itself, as you start to like you dive through the rift and you start to like float through space and you feel something grab and start to pull you forward, and you land on a platform. As you land, you look down. Mr. Teeth is back in his prime and has the statistics of a let me see what do I want to do. I rolled on the table and it was like summon something, so I was like, we'll just give Mr. Teeth something. So let me find it. Filter to beast and find one that's appropriate for Mr. Teeth here.
Oh, owlbear.
My son!
You know what? Yeah, it has the stats of an owlbear. I like that. So just take the owlbear stat block, and that's what Mr. Teeth can use. Flavored how you would like that to be.
Amazing.
Blessed boy.
Oh.
But we move on to Whisper as you see Nana and Mr. Teeth dive through this rift into the sky.
We don't see them post rift.
No. Once they clear, they disappear. You don't see anything.
Yeah. I just turn to Radington and say, "Well, old friend." You just nod and then
Into
shoot
the breach.
right in. Yeah.
Yep, you guys spiral, and he's also going to make a roll, and you're going to make a roll. So D20, D100.
Okay, D20, 13.
13, okay.
D-hundo, 87.
Okay, so 13 and 87. Got it. So let's see, 87. Okay. As long as you are in this space, you have proficiency in anything intelligence based. So intelligence saves and intelligence checks, you are now proficient for the rest of the session. Radington rolled a 5 and an 81, so 5 is the middle column here, and then an 81. Oh, so you guys land. You see Mr. Radington is a little rusty, like literally he's rusted from this thing. He gets pretty much a D6 to all his rolls subtracted for the rest of the session.
Oh no.
Okay, but yeah, you guys, those of you are out. There's gonna be a couple more attacks, the two of you that are left. So that is only a 7 on Kalar. And that's a nat 1 on Anvar. As we're gonna say, as this ends, you guys pretty much just make eye contact with your friends, go through the rift, and you start bouncing from platform to platform, and you guys also make it through. And can give me those D100 and D20 rolls, please.
I rolled a 4 on my D20.
Okay.
And I rolled a 64 for my D100.
Okay. You see your left arm get coated in lightning that arcs off of your body. You can make unarmed attacks with proficiency, and it will do 2d6 lightning damage in addition to your strength mod for the rest of the session. Anvar, what'd you roll?
I got a 10
Okay.
D20, and then I got 74.
74. So I'll let you think about what this is.
Okay.
But like the dumbest, worst joke is in your mind as you pass through this rift. Until you tell that joke out loud as an action on your turn, you get a -1 penalty to anything wisdom related.
Oh. Okay.
That is what the table has given you. We'll keep this open for reasons. Okay, but as you guys are all clear the rift and get yanked into this platform, you land on like this 100 feet by 100 feet circular platform next to each other, and like you see this miasma of the stark like black and purple magic energy around you. And as you look around, you hear a flapping of wings, and then slamming onto the other side of the platform is something I'm going to put in the Zoom chat for you guys to see. Let's see. File, computer, and boom. As you see this appear.
I gotta go home.
About 200 feet tall, this massive, like, humanoid dragon figure that just seems to be made of this black sky with blue glowing veins through its body look down at you. Thanks for the assist in bringing the shard back. So you're the heroes I've heard so much about. Let me introduce myself. I'm the true Bahamut. You're in my domain now.
That's not cool. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
And as we kick this off, I'm gonna need all of you to make me a dexterity saving throw as he opens his mouth and you see this crackle of energy start to form. We'll roll for Radington. Radington fails. How much damage? I'm gonna need more dice. Hold on a second.
It's always a fun thing to hear.
Oh my boy.
I just didn't bring enough D12s out, guys. I'm sorry.
I rolled an 11.
Let me know if you beat a 25 or higher, please.
Oh.
Oh, I could theoretically. Okay, I didn't on my first roll, but I have this abdominal thing.
Yeah,
Turns
you
out
can
if I-
burn it. You can burn an abdominal.
I'm gonna do that. I have to get a nat 20 to pass. I didn't. I did get a 20 though, so that feels good.
I think from the way you guys described your charge in, the only thing we're gonna burn, because they specifically said they were using it. Whisper, you have half of your mastermind stuff used that you have where you can help people. Half of that's marked off. Or is that just a bonus action you can do?
Yeah, it's just the
Oh,
bonus
okay,
action.
cool. Then I think it's just Nana. Nana, mark off half of your Bardits for me.
Mark half of what? Wait.
Just how many Bard inspirations you have left, just mark them in half. Just burn a couple of them from when you were supporting people on your way up.
Oh yeah, I've been burning them as I go. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But also I'm gonna use
anyone-
that advantage now because I super failed that.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
I still failed it.
So did anyone pass the 25? Okay, so all of you are gonna take full damage except for Whisper, who is a rogue, will still take half.
Mm-hmm. I got close. I got a 22.
Oh my god.
You all take 75 points of force damage, half to 37 for you, Whisper.
The fuck?
As this energy,
75?
this nebula of like space itself is fractured as this force just washes over all of you, pressing you down into the ground. Any of you that failed are also knocked prone. And whether you failed or passed, you have no speed until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
I keep my speed.
Except for
Thanks
you,
to
because of
freedom.
freedom of movement.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Except
true.
for
You got
Anvar.
freedom of. Oh, I need to roll it.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no way.
Yeah,
right?
you need
What
a
was
you
it,
need a con you
75?
need a roll.
There's literally no way to roll.
You need a crit on this,
Okay, I'll
Con
roll. I'll see
save,
if I crit. I'll see if
or
I
Whisper
crit.
loses their action from the haste fall.
I'm so sorry, Whisper.
Oh, that's right.
That's a 4 on the die, so that's not gonna work.
So Whisper, you lay there prone as you feel your body seize up.
I'm
you.
sorry.
But with that, we'll start off initiative. And Nana, you were first in initiative. What would you like to do? You have no movement, but you can still act. Oh,
How would you do this?
I'll
to
be
an old
nice. I'll
woman?
say Mr. Teeth hid behind all of you and didn't get hit with.
Oh, I
I'm not
forgot
gonna
to
roll.
roll.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna roll his
I
damage.
can
now.
roll for him if you want. I
No,
forgot.
it's fine. We'll give him a breather from the dragon's breath.
It was straight up what killed him. Okay, he's big, and I don't like this. And I'm very nervous, and I'm an old lady. How far is he from us?
He is about 60 feet away, in like the middle of the platform.
But okay, I'm gonna do Mass Cure Wounds.
Fair.
And I'll do it at. I'll do it at 6th level. Is that the base? No. Okay, I'm gonna upcast it a little bit. I'll do it at 6th level, which is 48 plus 5.
Okay.
Ooh. So everybody gets back 31 points of
Nice.
healing.
Let's see. We'll give Radington, say he's 150 HP, so he took what 74, and he got back 31. So about 107.
Okay, and then I can't take much more of that, so I'm going to use my peerless skill to give myself one of my own bardic inspirations. Because a few more of those is gonna just knock me straight out of this, so
No,
That's my turn.
Fair. Okay, cool. Whisper, you and Radington are up. What'd you like to do? Oh, you're stunned. You're not doing anything. You can't. Well, you're not stunned, but you have no action because of haste dropping.
Oh, right. So
Radington will take a couple
my-
shots, I guess.
Cry.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, sir. I got this. Radington will use his free action to lift you to your feet, at least.
No,
And
appreciate
then
it.
he'll make his 2 attacks on this big guy. That is a miss and a nat 20. So let's see. Radington. Does 17 points of damage as he shoots a cannonball into this thing's mouth as his jaw is still open. As you see an explosion in the side of his jaw. So. That's right, I have a roll 20 for this. There we go, there's its HP. Okay, we'll say. Oh, about 60 feet, I said, right? So let's see. Perfect. That's 60 feet. Okay, so that is Radenton and Whisper's turn. Next up, I believe we're the baddies. You know what? I'll roll a new initiative for him. See, and we'll bring him in
Probably.
next. He already acted, so 12 plus initiative. Which is dexterity one. Oh, yes, he's a shitty initiative. Okay, so only a 14. So he will be actually the same spot, but he already went with his breath. So we'll go down to Anvar.
Okay. I'm prone, so I'll use half my movement to get up
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't think athletics would be important. The feat or whatever. Athlete, I think is what it is. But anyway, so I have 20 movement. How far is he from me?
He is 60 feet from the four or the five of you.
Okay. 60 feet. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I will use my action to dash. I should now have 60 feet of movement because I used 20 to get up. This is how order of operations work.
So you're gonna full dash to get up next to him.
Up next to him.
Okay.
So up there, my bonus action. I can't do everything I want here, so I'm a fighter. I'm gonna action surge.
Okay. You action surge, and then you're gonna take your attacks.
I'm gonna take my attacks. Yeah, I'm gonna do something probably not what you were expecting. As I was charging, we're gonna do like a little cinematic here. I threw my hammer at him. This hammer is called Sunforger, and he has a special action I can do where I can hurl it up to 120 feet.
Okay.
And as I hurl it, he needs to make a dex save.
Okay. He is not great at dexterity, so
It's DC 15, so he might make it.
He does have proficiency, but he's not a great stat at it, so possibly. Yeah, that's a 27.
Okay, so he's only going to take half
Wait.
damage.
Wait, what was your DC? Cutting words. Cutting words that.
What's your DC?
It was 15.
That's a 9 on the die.
Still gonna be an 18.
Dang.
Dang. Okay.
I tried.
Worth a shot.
Okay.
This will take half damage, you said.
Yeah. Hold on. 66. I don't have 66 is handy. I didn't think of this. I didn't think I was throwing fireball. So let me just do this thing because Google can actually do that for you. Okay, it's only going to be 11 damage because it's half fire damage.
Fire damage. He's not
and-
into fire, so that's good.
So the hammer launches into space and just explodes. It's not. It doesn't exist on this plane, but I can pull it back as an action later on. And then yes, I will finish running up to him, bare armed, just ready to punch this man. But instead of punching him, I'm going to hoofs attack him because I can bonus action after a charge. So I will at least try to hit him with my hoofs.
Okay, yeah, make some hoof attacks.
I made 131.
That definitely hits.
Which that's just a d6 plus 9, which is minimum 10 damage.
So you did 10 damage, okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect, sounds good. Okay. The end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action to punch you back. A claw attack.
What size is he? What size is he in D&D?
He is gargantuan size.
Oh, he's only one size. Okay.
It's going to be a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so we got... Well, I rolled shit on the dice. It's going to be 12 slashing damage. And if you are huge or smaller, you are grappled or restrained. But I believe freedom of movement also works for restrained. So you just slip out of his grasp. He's like, what? This usually works.
Yep.
But yeah, you feel his claws like rake across your whole body as he's trying to grip you and unsuccessfully pull you up. We will move to Kalar. You are prone. You have no speed, so you're gonna be prone for this turn.
Okay, that's
What will you have to
fine.
do?
From laying down on my back, looking up, my eyes are alight as I see Anvar set out some fireballs. And I think I'm gonna get in on that action. I am going to cast Firestorm, up at this big baddie. And I'm gonna range it so none of my friends are going to get hurt. He's tall enough.
He's 200 feet tall. You can just aim it at his head and it won't go near anyone.
Yep. So the dex is 19, so it's so sexy. If it was 18 or under, really appreciate it. I could go for a win.
He has to roll under a 7 on the die. That is a 12 on the die, so he passes.
Okay,
so
that's
it's half
fine.
damage, right?
Half damage.
Okay.
Whatever's half of 33.
Okay, so
Math.
be 16.
Good God. I am Sag.
It's okay.
What's up, Logan?
I just realized I'm big. I get to do another additional 1d10 damage. So add 5 more damage. I'm counting everything.
Will do. That, for this fight, that's completely valid. Is there anything else you would like to do, KLR?
Can I stand? No, I can't
Nope,
stand.
you cannot stand.
Yeah.
No movement.
I'm just gonna yell out, "Fuck you!"
At the end of your turn, he's going to use the last 2 points for his legendary actions and psychonically teleport in front of you, Kalar, and look down at you.
I was just
You were
kidding,
saying?
asshole. Okay, this
Yeah,
is fine.
you're just laying there looking up, fuck you, and then literally he's just towering over you a second later. Nana, you're up. So the way I have you positioned, Nana, he is 10 feet from you.
I don't like it. I don't like it. 10 feet from me?
10 feet from Nana. He's
get
standing
off my
over top of
jack.
Kalar, and then 5 feet from Whisper and Radington.
Okay. Y'all, I took almost.
Oh no.
Did we miss Chris? Chris disappeared.
Oh my god, did Nana die?
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
The one thing we're trying to avoid.
The
said
anticipation.
They warned us. They warned us about this.
It's true.
Oh no.
Do we want to move on to the next person in initiative, and then when Chris pops back in?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Whisper, I believe you and you and Radington are next. You don't have to use any movement to stand up because Radington pulled you to your feet.
What a swell. Sorry, I'm 5 feet from this thing. Is that right?
You are.
I don't
Yeah,
like.
5 feet from him.
Then I am gonna use my bonus action to disengage, and then just like fly back.
How far back are you moving?
Probably my full. No, I'll go 30 feet. Because I need to stay within range to keep
Okay.
helping. And then Radington is still right up in his biz, right?
Radington will also disengage. He's also a ranged fighter. He's literally just gonna mirror your movement.
Oh, awesome. Is anyone right up in this dragon's guts still?
Kalar is laying underneath his feet. Like literally just standing at the base of her feet while she's laying down.
But not incapacitated, right?
No, just prone.
So then that will still count as my sneak attack. I'll
Yeah,
take
it does.
I'll just notch an arrow on the old longbow.
Yep. Radington is going to take his 2 attacks as well.
Say a little prayer for me, and then let's see. This is
3 attacks, because I'm sure it's higher on the 11. Well, that's a nat
That's a-
1 and a nat 2 for Radington, and then a 5.
Oh, boy.
Radington misses completely on all 3 shots.
I got 22.
22 hits.
Okay, so then 22 is going to be my D8. Sorry, I've never rogued before. So excited. So that's a plus 8 is 14, and then I add my sneak attack damage is gonna be
So many
6,
dice.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That is 10, 20, 27.
27 additional.
Yes.
So it's gonna be 41. Okay. Nice. That definitely hurts. It's not back after his turn, so he does not have a legendary action to use. Let's see, what does he want to do? Oh yeah, we had a skip. Nana? So Nana, you are up.
Yes, sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
No, you're fine.
Okay. So this thing is still standing over Kalar.
Yeah, he's 10
Are
feet
we
from you.
Are we in an enclosed space? Is there like a ceiling?
It's just like a circular platform that's just slightly lighter color than this void around you.
Oh. And this is the only platform?
Mm-hmm.
Neat. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do a shoot. How is Kalar looking?
I mean, they just look the same as they did after you guys all got breathed on, but they're just laying there at this thing's feet.
Just taking a little snooze. Everything's fine.
It's okay.
You're a fairy, can't you fly?
Yes. But my movement was reduced.
Yeah,
Until the end of your last turn, right?
until the end of
Yes.
yeah, they'll get their movement back on their turn.
Okay. I kind of want to get them out of harm's way without them getting swung on. So I think I'm going to take my walking stick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this like gnarled, really ugly looking walking stick. It's got a bunch of like band stickers and like it's, you know, like when you treat your water bottle. But at the top there's like this orb and there's a little chair in it.
Okay.
And I'm going to slam it on the ground, and as I do so, a small portal only big enough for Kalar to fit through is going to open up underneath their back. And a matching portal is going to open up on the far side of the platform
right.
away from this monster.
You took the D&D movie staff.
I took the hither-tither staff.
I love that.
So the portal, the other portal is going to open up on the back side of the platform, so you can just like fly out and come back out without getting swung on. But it's too small for him to reach through.
Love
That's my
that.
action. And as a bonus action, I'm just gonna do a little healing word. I'm just gonna do a little healing word on. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it.
What is
Wait a
Mr. Teeth doing?
Oh, Mr. Teeth. You know what? I'm gonna use my bonus action to give Mr. Teeth bardic inspiration. I'm gonna scratch him so hard. I love you so much, and I'm gonna have him, I guess, multi-attack. Cause why not, right?
Well, that's a D12, right?
Yes, that's a D12.
Okay. Make your attacks with
So
him.
one with beak, one with claws, both. Okay. So the beak is not gonna do it, but let's add that bardic right now. Why don't we? Okay. So that is a 25 to hit with the beak,
That does hit.
and a dirty 20 to hit with the claws.
The dirty 20 misses.
Okay.
So
the
as Mr. Teeth runs in, he starts to grow to the size of an owlbear, and he opens his mouth and just takes a large chunk out of this thing's leg. What is the damage?
it's just 1d10.
3 little teeth he has left.
15. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, 15
Not bad.
points
not
of
bad.
piercing damage.
So you say Mr. Teeth with a full mouth of teeth once more. Take a bite out of this giant celestial-looking
Love him.
dragon. And when he
yeah.
barks, it's no longer a little yip of a chihuahua. It's like a dire wolf sound that comes out of Mr. Teeth.
Isn't he precious? That's my turn.
Okay. It is back to Bahamut.
Oh, no.
Let's see what he can do. He is going to snap his head down and take a bite at Mr. Teeth and make 2 claw attacks towards both Kalar and Nana because you are in his range. He has a pretty good reach. So the one on Kalar will be at advantage because you are still prone. That is not a nat 20s, but that is a 35 to hit, so that'll definitely hit. This is level 20, guys. This is level 20.
I want to use my reaction to use Runic Shield. He needs to reroll.
Okay. Reroll with advantage. That is worse, but it's still a 23. So it's still gonna hit.
Don't worry, I got 4 of those left.
It's gonna be a 25 on Nana.
Yeah.
And a nat 1 on Mr. Teeth. So Mr. Teeth dodges.
That's all I care about.
But the other 2 of you will take 2d8. And he will, and he could go for grapple you, but he's just going to grapple 1 of you though.
Unnecessary.
So Nana's going to take 26 points of damage, and Kalar is going to take 24. And he is going to grab Nana in his hand. Nana, you are grappled and restrained until you can break out of this grapple.
Son of a bitch!
And it is your turn, Anvar, as you see him swipe at your 2 friends, and you see Nana's lifted up into the air, like high in the sky above you.
Okay. I don't want to use an action to pull my hammer into existence because that's a full action. I want to attack. He's 60 feet away from me now.
Yeah, he's 60 feet. You pretty much went back to where you were when you ran up.
He's a jerk. Okay. First, I'm gonna use 1 attack. I have a hand axe because I know I needed something. Since he's 60 feet, that's in my normal range. Gonna toss this guy first, and then I'm gonna decide how I'm gonna move after that.
Okay, sounds good.
Does a 24 hit?
A 24 does hit.
Okay, so that's a d6 plus 9. So 12 plus a d10. Just dealing with 12 right now, but then an additional 4, so 16 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to invoke my fire rune. He's probably gonna do it, but can he do a strength save for me?
Yeah, I can make a strength save. He does not have proficiency in this, so it will just be his mod, but he does have the same strength modifier that you do, so it's a +9.
So he has to beat a 19.
That is only a 15.
Nice. Okay, so flames wreath out, lock him down, and chain him. He is restrained.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean, he's probably going to teleport, but, that's what it is. And he's going to take additional 2d6 fire damage from the flames.
Okay, roll the fire damage.
10 more damage and fire.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just happening. That's a thing that's happening. I'm going to action surge again because I have 2 of those, so I can use 1 action. I've used part of my attack action. I have 3 more attacks.
Yep.
I am going to use action surge to dash, to be able to dash, so I have 80 movement, so I can get right up to him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just start punching him.
You make some hoop attacks.
Technically it's just unarmed strikes at this point.
You can use your hoof
Yeah,
attack because it's better than your unarmed strike, and we'll flavor it however you would like.
No, they're the same because my fighting style is unarmed. So
Gotcha. Yeah, go for it.
It doesn't matter. I'm either fist fighting a dragon god or I'm kicking it. Regardless.
I mean, this is just like sparring with your dad. They're about the same size.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm used to it. Okay,
Nice.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
Okay.
I think you've reached the point to know his AC. His AC is 21.
Okay, so all 3 of my attacks hit. all D8s because of the I am unarmed and I don't have anything on me.
Yep.
So I'll just roll those. So hold on. There's a lot of math that's gonna have to happen here. Hold on. Okay. That is 43 bludgeoning damage
Damn.
as I just start. Okay. Right, left, jab, right in his face, full on Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, choose your
You're
fighting
literally
game.
just punching him in the shin, but the impact is just resonating through this area. It's just like punching concrete, the sound of just crunching bones as you punch into his leg. You know what? I'm gonna make a con save to see if he drops Kalar or not. He rolls 7. Kalar, you fall out of his hands. You are fallen, but you have flight, so you can catch yourself on your turn.
I'm a silly sow that thought Nana was in the
Oh,
hands.
Nana's.
Oh.
Yeah, Nana's in the hands. So Nana, you are fallen, and we will get to that on your turn. How you want to decide that?
I'm gonna use my reaction to cast Featherfall on myself.
Perfect.
You okay,
Nana?
Nana?
Nana drops and then just like
I have time to light a cigarette as I'm going down.
he's gonna burn all 3 of his legendary actions after that. Look back at you, Anvar. You think you're tough? You're
No,
tough
I know.
enough to protect your friends? And his chest opens up and he shoots a beam of energy at Whisper and Radington. I need you both to make intelligence saving throws.
Oof.
Radington rolled a 3 on the die, so he will fail.
It's a 20.
A 20. The DC was 26.
You do still have a bardic, don't you?
Oh,
You
wait,
do a
yes.
bardic.
And that's
Roll
a
D12.
D12.
It
It
is
is
6
the
or
weird-
higher to pass.
This weird one.
Yeah, it's the big chomper.
It's a 2.
It's a 2. Okay. So you both will take 5d10 psychic damage. And I'm going to need you roll me a d100.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's that?
Do I have? What do you know?
You're going to take 33 points of psychic damage, you and Radington. And
Okay.
then I also need to make a d100 for him too.
Oh, yeah.
D3.
T100 is gonna be 88.
And 88.
Yes.
Ooh. I'm gonna need a con save.
Oh,
from
yeah.
you,
Famous,
and a
famously
wisdom
good at
save
those.
from Radington.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 21. Nope.
Okay,
Yes.
you're good as this energy washes over you. But as energy washes over you and you see Radington, you hear crunching sounds,
No.
and you look down and see a giant rabbit version of Radington as he is polymorphed by this energy
What?
beam.
Hang in there. That's all I manage.
You hear a very elegant rabbit noise, I guess, from Radington. That is now your turn, Anvar, as you see. Oh no, actually it's Kalar's turn. I forgot because it was at the end of your turn he acted. So Kalar, you are up.
So
You can stand now, and there's a portal behind you that will move you away if you would like.
how far is the portal gonna take me away?
It's not far. It's basically if we're on this flat surface, you're just gonna come out of the backside of this pillar and be right behind the platform.
Okay.
Okay, so you'd be about 30 feet away.
I will do that. I'm just going to kind of tuck and roll. And as I do that, I am going to use shape change, and I am going to come out of this portal as an adult red dragon. So
You're in
that's
a wild shape into an adult red dragon.
So I'm not
Okay,
wild
so-
shaping. I am shape changing. I'm using my only level 9 spell.
Oh, the spell. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, so monsters. Let me grab that.
I put it in the chat in Zoom.
I have a roll 20 map that I'm using for this combat to make my life easier.
Understandable.
So I'm just gonna put this over the token that I have for you.
So then, is that my turn? Like, using that, or do I get to attack as the dragon now?
Let me look at the spell. I think it's your full action, though.
That's fine, because baby has hit points now. I can take a punch. And I think, I'm not gonna say anything. I am not going to be Kalar. I'm going to be just a huge dragon that has some fucking sense.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's a cast in time as your action. So yeah, the transformation takes your full action.
That's it.
Okay, cool. So you see Kalar roll out of the portal, and as they hit the ground on the other side of the portal, just immediately you hear crunching of bones, and the wings spread out from her back into big leathery red dragon wings as she roars to the sky.
And there's also some lightning crackling, on
yeah,
my arm.
You know what? That lightning crackling moves up your arm. If you use your dragon's breath, you can add that 2d6 lightning to your dragon's breath instead.
Hell yeah.
In addition to what it already does. It is to the top of initiative, Nana, as you are floating to the ground, and you land at the base of the sky.
Been a rough day. How does he look?
He still looks good. He's not bloodied yet. He's taken some damage, but you see it slowly reforming on his body right now. It's almost like he's just like patching himself up with the area around him.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, as I'm touching down, I'm going to look up at him.
Actually, give me a perception check as you're floating like down his body.
Yes, I love perception checks. I love them so much. 16.
You barely glance at it. There seems to be a similar shard in his chest from what you saw in the state. That's the only thing you like clock as you're floating down.
Oh. So that seems significant. Okay, I might. Yeah, let's just stick with the plan. I'm gonna look up at him and I'm going to point a finger up at his forehead, and I'm gonna psychically bonk him on the nose with a newspaper. I'm gonna cast Synaptic Static on him, so he needs to make an intelligence save. And it's let's see. Oh yes.
Intelligence. That is a dirty 20.
Oof. That's just barely gonna make it.
Okay. And it's
But can I use a reaction on my turn?
Yeah, you can use a reaction on your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna cutting words that.
Okay. Roll d12.
With my last.
You just roll better than a 1.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. I hate to do this to you. He's gonna burn a legendary resistance.
That's okay. That's okay. That's one burned.
But what is the damage? Synaptic Static, is it force or psychic? I don't remember.
It is psychic.
Okay, so he will take damage then. Okay.
And it's half on a successful save, so I do have to roll. I need 8d6.
That was a good try though. Synaptic Static is nasty.
Okay, I only have 6d6, so I'll just roll 2 of these again. Okay. This music is stressing me out. 28 points halved, so that'd be 14 points of psychic damage.
Sounds good. You see his head wince.
And then that's all I've got.
Okay, Whisper, it's you and the bunny. The bunny will make a save on the beginning of his turn to try to break free of this. Yes. He breaks free, so he will take his full turn to break free, but at the end of his turn he will be back. What would you like to do?
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm still just gonna fly around, survey the scene, look for an opening, and just take a nice shot with my longbow.
Yeah, as you're flying around, also give me a perception check.
Ooh, yeah. I'll do that all day. Perception 12. So that's 19.
Yeah, with the 19 as you're moving around, you look into that cavity in his chest that the beam shot out of, and you also see a similar shard. The difference is that it's fully black with that same platinum energy, and as it arcs, you see it like fueling this thing, like it's directing the energy as it courses through his body.
Yeah, I want to shoot that.
Okay.
I want to shoot at that.
You can aim at it. It will subtract 5 from your attack. It's kind of like similar to sharpshooter. If you would like to try to target it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go
to
for
it. And because of where it's positioned, would I still get sneak attack damage on that, or is it?
Anvar and Nana are at his feet, so yes, you
Okay.
get sneak attack.
Just want to make sure the thing wasn't like. Okay, cool. So +5. Ooh boy.
Be -5 to whatever your attack is. Yeah.
Got it. So that is. Which way is up on these? Oh, that is a 9. Okay. 9, 14. That's a 23 -5. It's an 18.
That will just miss by 3.
Got it.
Yeah, you try to aim, and he just like instinctively moves sideways, and it just whizzes past. Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to use my stroke of luck and turn that into a hit.
Ooh, yeah, that works. He dodges to the side, and it curves and just right in the shard. Roll
Yeah,
damage and double
Yeah,
it.
does.
Double your damage. It's an automatic crit.
Ooh, good lord. Okay.
And
First
his,
one.
hitting the shard.
Don't forget all those sneak attack die.
Yeah,
Right.
double all of this damage for me as well.
So my first one is that's the most you can get on that one. 16, so that's a 32 doubled. And then my sneak attack damage 2. Yeah, that's all of them. That's 8, that's 14, that's 17, that's 23, that's 24, that's 30, that's 36, that's 39 times 2.
So 78 points of damage.
Nice.
Very good.
So as this damage just rams into the shard in his chest, you see part of his body start to fracture, and he also loses some of his mass, descend into 100 feet tall as he literally shrinks half his size.
Whoa.
And lets out a bellowing roar. He is in the bloodied range for sure after that attack.
I'd like to quickly, telepathically, just tell everyone, I found it. That's the spot.
It is his turn. He's going to bonus action teleport to Whisper and use all 3 attacks on Whisper.
That's okay. That's fair. Ooh, wait! Before I go, I want to use my bonus action to give Anvar advantage next turn.
So your AC is 17.
Oh.
And I rolled shit. I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4, but he has a +17 to hit.
Oh,
What?
so yeah.
So they all 3 going to hit you.
Ooh, tomatoes.
So
Tomatoes.
you're going to take 18 plus 30 points from the claw attacks total, and you are restrained in his hand now. And as he restrains you, he takes a bite out of you, and this is going to be
Can I have him reroll at least that last one?
the bite. Yeah,
Runic
the
shield.
bite still hits.
Damn it. I'm trying.
Plus 3. 18 plus 3 would be 32 plus 9. 41 points of damage from the bite.
That's the one I'd like to have with my
So
uncanny
20
touch.
points of damage from the bite. Sounds good. As you guys just see Whisper yanked out of the sky as he teleports behind him and just starts to squeeze and bites part of his shoulder off of his body.
And then how much was the other?
So you took a total of 50 damage between all 3 attacks.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
And it is your turn, Anvar. He is now about 40 feet from you.
Perfect. Run up 40 feet right next to the guy. I'm going to start punching him again.
I'm not looking
For
for
it. Hit those attacks.
Okay, first attack I make with advantage. Thank you for the help action. Okay, I mean, it's still going to be 30, but it's not 20 or anything like that. But, okay, then I'll do my remaining 3. Does an 18 hit? Pluto?
Sorry, and 18 misses.
Okay, so 1 miss. Okay, so 3 hits and a miss.
Okay, give me that damage.
Okay. I forgot that my Giant's Might does count for my unarmed strikes. I thought they just did for weapons, but hey, you know what? That's why we're here. We're doing all kinds of fun stuff. Okay. Now I need to do the calculator part because I can roll dice and do math for some reason, but just adding static numbers all of a sudden messes with my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first off, I do 69 damage. Nice.
Nice.
Because I'm just big and I'm just wailing at him, like fully, and I'm just like, I don't care. Don't hurt my friends.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, as a bonus action, because I am a tavern brawler, I can grapple as a bonus action. I want him to depose my, well, he can do dexterity or athletics. We're grappling.
You rolled a 13.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this because I have when I'm size, I have advantage on all athletics checks.
Just don't not one, and I think you got him.
You want to know what I got?
What'd you get?
I got a 40.
So what happens is Anavar moves in and just starts bashing again his legs till he drops to a knee. Anavar runs up his body and gets him in a chokehold. It's like a full side chokehold, this massive head, just like one of those grapes that you carry around your vineyard. And it is to your turn, Kalar, about 30 feet away from you. I'll say Whisper, you drop to the ground as he drops his knee and roll away to the side from that, for sure. 'Cause that was a 40. So you're like 15 feet to his side.
Got it.
So am I smaller or bigger than him now?
You are, I believe, the same size. Let me see. You are huge, so you're still a little bit smaller than him, but not by much. He's about 100 feet tall. You're about like 70-ish.
All right, well, I'm going to look up at him, and I'm just going to go in with my multi-attack. I'm going to bite, claw, and then tail, and I was smart, so I didn't have to do math during this. I rolled a 30, 32, and a 30.
They all hit, and as you charge in, do you want to aim for
Yes.
that chest? As you get in his face, you see that like cracks are starting to deteriorate off the middle of his body.
Yes, I am going to aim at that. It's 19, 15, and 17 damage. And then I have a legendary action of a tail attack.
17, 51.
Okay, it's a 24 to hit, and
That
that's
hits.
an 18 damage.
51 plus 18 is 69,
Nice!
Nice.
which doubles to be 138 hit points. He had 135 left, and I told Jess to attack him in the chest, and I didn't have to fudge the hit points. You hit just enough to actually kill him.
Oh my god.
So as you make these claw and bite attacks and start tearing like his chest open, you slam around and the tail just pierces through the back.
I would say, like, as he starts to crumble and I get taller than him, I'm gonna look him in the eyes. I'm gonna put my hands on my little dragon knees, and I'm gonna say, I said, fuck you.
And as that happens and you finish him off, the space falls apart around you and it starts to come back to a platinum glow. And as you guys descend through the rift, you see the true Bahamut reform and just nod his head in thanks as you guys fall through the rift and appear back in the fully repaired throne room with the king and queen looking very magically exhausted sitting on their thrones.
I'm going to immediately change out of dragon form so I don't fuck up this already fucked up throne room.
Fair enough.
I'll also go back to normal size.
I'm gonna give a head nod. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I'm guessing we're good? We're good, right? Please tell me we're good.
We're good.
I think we killed a dragon god.
You guys just see like a ring of drapes around the two of them. That's good to hear. We knew the rumors of what follows the war. Please don't ever group up in our city again, please.
Yeah, that's right. Whenever we go places, shit like this happens.
Yeah, it usually does.
Comes with the territory.
I'm gonna nod over, like, lean over to Nana and say, but they gathered us here.
Yeah.
I'm literally like just very carefully thumb packing legally distinct herb into a little pipe I'm carrying. What's going on? What are we doing? Are we done? Can we go?
Lighting.
Are we done?
You're lighting that and passing it is what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Are you in on this? I'm pointing to the king.
The king lays his hand out.
Get in it.
And as you guys pull away from the stake in a smoke circle with the royalty of this place, and as they present you your medals and probably a very large reward for saving the city once more, we cut away from the sword shot, and that is all, guys. You guys have saved Arendelle once more.
We did it, y'all.
Who wants a drink?
Yes, many crates of Oris wine is rolled into the throne room.
Hell yeah. Amazing, y'all. We fracking did it. No deaths. Holy heck.
Yep. Nana was wrong.
Yeah. Whew. Do we want to tell these lovely people who we are and where they can find us? Do we want to start with Chris?
Sure, why not? That's me. Chris, she, they pronouns. You know what? Don't even go on Twitter. Don't even bother. But you can find me on Blue Sky as Tiny Poison. I am also a full-time cast member of the Fae Forge Academy podcast, which is a 5e podcast. It was set at a magical school. The end of the world has been nigh for a long time, so the school part's but it's a lot of fun. We've been doing it for 3 years now, and it's getting really good. So definitely check that out. Otherwise, I'm just kind of hanging around, doing one-shots and supporting my friends. And I guess I will popcorn it over to Logan.
Hi, I'm Logan, also known as Logan the GM. You can catch me on most places on the internet as Logan the GM, including Twitter. I still am there. Please help me. Please, someone take me away from this hellscape. You can also find me at Apochromatic Unlimited. We are all POC, BIPOC specifically. We're all over the place. Zine, streaming company, I don't know. We're doing a lot of things. It's con season's going on right now. So many things are happening. But what you should know is that our goal is to raise BIPOC voices in the TTRPG space. So please check us out on Twitter, on Blue Sky. Someone told me our Instagram will be starting soon. I don't know if that's true or not because I don't use Instagram. I should. I will pop it to Miguel. Yes, you.
Hi. Oh, hi. Hey there, friends and homies and friends. I've been Miguel. You can find me all over the internet, wherever social medias are sold, at Miguel Classico. There's usually an underscore in there, but I don't know. I'm also on the Blue Sky, I've learned it's called, etc. What am I doing these days? This is it. I'm a TTRPG mercenary, right? So I don't really have a home to lay my hat, but I'm out there GMing, performing, guesting, wherever people will have me. I don't know who wants to take us out. Is it gonna be Pluto or Jess?
I'll take us
Pluto.
out. So over to
Have at
Pluto.
it.
Okay. Once again, I am Pluto. I am a non-binary bisexual streamer and a game master on a quest to run every game in the known universe. You can find me all over the interwebs and on Twitch at Pluto Cleric. But you can also find me over at the Initiative Order, where I am a community leader there. Stream-wise, every first and third Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern on my channel, I am running a all non-binary game of Pathfinder for the Trans Empowerment Project. We have had a month off, and we are getting back to it this coming Monday. I left them off with a giant automaton looming over them, so they're probably very anxious to get back to this game. And then on the other Monday, second and fourth Monday of the month, I am over on the Initiative Order at 9 p.m. Eastern as well, playing Power Rangers Arcanines, where I am Frankie Oliver, former Green Ranger. I may or may not have got my powers yanked last episode, so we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, anything, I have a couple more projects coming up, so just keep an eye on the socials, and that's everything else for me.
All right, and that leaves me. Hi friends, I'm Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I had so much fun playing Kalar tonight with these wonderful people. Pluto, thank you so much for DMing, and to everyone else, thank you so much for joining. This was such a blast. You can't go wrong with the level 21 chat. You just can't. You can find me on most places on the internet at Just the Human. That's just with one S. Every month I do a TTRPG charity stream. This originally was going to be a charity stream in Pride Month, but we had to reschedule. But I'm so glad that we were able to play still.
Yeah.
This was so much fun. My next TTRPG charity stream is going to be a one-shot of Thirsty Sword Barbies. It's going to be on September 18th. It's got an amazing cast. It's going to be so much fun. So I really hope that y'all are able to join then. And otherwise, you can find me on the Fan Gang podcast, which is a Vampire the Masquerade. It's San Diego, or Chronicle San Diego by night. I play a caitiff pretending, not really pretending anymore, to be a Ventru. It is a fun time. But I appreciate y'all so much coming in and watching this. If you are traveling to any cons this weekend, please be safe and have fun and wash hands. And until next time, see y'all later. Bye!
Bye, everyone.